Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Better than what I am, anyway. After that was, well, not what we wanted for our first game of the season. Absolute dross at the highest of levels, really. Um, it's hard to really put into context, really, but do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, and our pre-season preparation showed exactly why we lost the way we did today. One team prepped for pre-season properly, the others didn't. So I'm a bit. To be fair, I predicted a 2-all score draw. I don't enough, and I was just being as optimistic as I possibly could. And nah, that was shameful, absolutely shameful. Just watching the way Brentford play, they were just passing around our players as if it just looked like watching at times like Brazil World Cup '98 team versus a bunch of school kids. Do you know what I mean? It was just so easy playing against us today. It was, and yeah, we can go away with it. What can you take out of tonight's game? What can you take out of tonight's game? I can't take anything from that other than hurry up and get these forwards in and just get them molded into our gaffer's style of play ASAP. I'm not gonna pinpoint and dig out anybody today, like, because as a collective, each and every single one of them were absolutely shocking. And to be fair, they should be reimbursing the away fans for their ticket prices and giving them their money back, because that's not what you want to see going into a new season. You don't want to be seeing that. You don't want to see your team being ripped apart. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just embarrassed, absolutely embarrassed. We've got Mia's in the house. Yeah, literally that, Mia. Utter shit. And she's put big up to you, Mia. Hope you're all well, darling. Yeah, it's where do I start? Where do I start? Well, let's just start with the first half. Just like they came out the traps and they were just playing neat, silky one-touch football. Our midfield were just overrun. Tonali and the Bergvall were just literally chasing shadows. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't get a foothold in the game. They were just being passed around, got caught ball watching. And then the first goal came from for Richie in his absolutely shocking hold-up play. Then it moves on to Bergvall, and with a short pass, instead of just doing the smart thing and just putting your foot through it, put out a play, he tries to drag it from his right to his left, gets tackled, bang. Do you know what I mean? An easy goal to concede just through individual errors. And this is the problem with us. We concede most of our goals we scored we conceded last season were from individual errors, not doing their jobs properly. This is basic football, ladies and gentlemen. Basic football. Do you know what I mean? And watching today, we look no different to what we did last season. We don't look any different to what we do. Obviously, we've got new players in. We've got three of our back four today were new signings. I get that they need time to like bond with each other on the pitch, form chemistry. I get that. I totally get that. But again, it just comes down to the basics of football, the bare basics, and we weren't getting that right, especially in that first half. Do you know what I mean? And the second then comes along the second goal, just no one closing down. No one closing down. He pulls off a shot outside the box. Kingsky, sorry, mate, I've defended you for a long time, mate. But I'm a goalkeeper myself. You push that to the sides. Do you know what I mean? You don't push it straight onto their attacker, and he's just got an easy tap into an empty net virtually. You don't do that. So you was at fault, Kingsky, for that goal, big time. And the third goal, right, Kingsky made the save. But again, he was let down by his corresponding players in the box because they all switched off, and the attacker just come in, taps into an empty net because people were falling asleep. Do you know what I mean? It's a game to forget. First game of the season. I'd like to have seen us give them more of a game, but it just obviously wasn't meant to be. We've got a new boy in the house, Savinho. No doubt he'll get unveiled at some point this weekend, hopefully. Can't wait to get him in the team because from what I see from Moore and Tell today, just shows me exactly why we've paid miles over the odds to get a player like him. Do you know what I mean? Because from what I saw from our wingers today is exactly the reason why Spurs have just gone out and spent £85 million on Savinho. Do you know what I mean? Desperate times, guys. Desperate times we're living in. Do you know what I mean? So, yes. I mean, I'm going to move myself onto now quickly, just play ratings. Do you know what I mean? We'll start off with Kinsky. I'm going to go with a 3. Didn't look like the guy we saw at the end of last season, commanding his box and do you know what I mean? Making those really good instinctive saves. Do you know what I mean? The first proper test he had at him, he flapped it, and we conceded a goal from it. And his ball distribution today was absolutely terrible as well, and that's what he's known for, distributing the ball properly. And no, he was well off. He was well off it today. Archie Gray. I'm going to give him probably the same as Kinsky, a 3. Do you know what I mean? Got subbed off. Do you know what I mean? Coming out in the second half, led the line today. Was named our captain, youngest captain since Steve Perryman, I believe. And look at the levels though. Look at the levels. Archie Gray down there, Steve Perryman up there. 2. You know what I mean? Just levels. And I didn't see him vocal at all. I didn't see him dictating any type of leadership at all. It was just basically normal, basic standard Archie Gray. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. Anthony House, big up, mate. Yeah, you're right, mate. I'll put the link in a minute. I'm just going to quickly go through these player ratings, and then I'm going to stick the link in and let people come in and have their say. So, yeah, I won't be long because this is going to be an easy player rating and quick review because it was just terrible. Left back, Andrew Robertson was at fault for the first goal, losing his marker, not tracking the run. To be fair, when we did manage to clunger up an attack, he put a lovely ball right across the face of the goal, only for Mikey Moore just a weak hit straight at the goal, straight at Kelleher. Do you know what I mean? and do you know what I mean? That's it really. So Robbo, I'm gonna give a 4. Give him a 4 out of 10. Senesi, same, I reckon, a 4. Gave away stupid fouls and got booked as well, I believe. Didn't look, him and Van Hecker, didn't look like those players that I watched their clubs last season with their fantastic ball distribution. Just there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing from that today, and they just looked like two complete strangers. Do you know what I mean? Like, did have no understanding between them. There was no communication between the pair of them. All right, they're new. Do you know what I mean? It's that's what I mean. I'm trying not to be too harsh on them because they are. Do you know what I mean? They've only just. They didn't play any. They only played what 45, 50 minutes in pre-season together. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to be too harsh on some of the new signings because it's like their first proper game. But this is what I've been saying all summer. You got to get your pre-season spot on. Do you know what I mean? So, and we got it completely wrong. Our pre-season is absolutely woeful. So one of the worst pre-seasons I think I've witnessed as a Spurs fan. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely terrible. Let's move on to midfield now. We've got Bergvall. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give him a 2. It's my lowest rating so far. I thought he was absolutely fucking shocking. Kept giving the ball away, running into trouble. We made a couple of runs, but that's it. Then nothing came out of it. He laid one off to Richie, then Richie gets a free kick outside the box. But I mean, he was terrible. Was at fault. Was partially at fault for the first goal. Do you know what I mean? Spurs diehards. That's Adrian. You're right, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to stick the link in a minute, mate, so you and Ant can jump on, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about the game. And yeah, so we're moving on to now Tonali. For first half, I thought him and Bergvall would, like I said in my match analysis, I thought they were just chasing shadows. 45 minutes, they couldn't get a scruff of the game. Yeah, second half he was a bit better, but by the time we got started trying to get back into the game, we were 3-0 down. Do you know what I mean? Heads were dropped. Do you know what I mean? So, Tonali for me gets a 5. And I think I'm being generous with that, to be fair. Gallagher, next one, 3. Thought he was absolutely piss poor, just running around like a headless chicken. I thought him being in the 10 today would have been pivotal with his high pressing abilities. But I didn't see none of it. There was no pressing from the front. Tell, Richie, Moore. Do you know what I mean? It starts with them 3, and they were just literally just casually passing the ball out of their back 4. It was just so easy. So, yeah, Gallagher gets a 3 from me. Tell gets a 3. It was just same old Matisse Tell. Don't know why people wax lyrical about him. I was hoping to see something a bit different from him this year, and I said you might. I said in other people's streams, said I think he might surprise a few people this year, but let's just pretend I didn't say that. Mikey Moore didn't get involved in the game whatsoever. He had 2 chances. He didn't get involved other than the 2 chances that he had. 2 clear strikes at goal, both of them straight at the keeper. Do you know what I mean? But I will give him a 4 because he was in them position. He was actually someone who actually found found himself in space to get into those areas to try and score. So, yeah, and it's left with Richie. Again, I'm going to go 2 out of 10. Bad hold-up play, falling on the floor. He's just fucking... If he hasn't played his last game in a Spurs shirt, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing here if he hasn't played his last game in a Spurs shirt? Do you know what I mean? We've hopefully we've got Marmoush coming through the door. Bang! I'll drive you to the airport, wherever it is you're going. Do you know what I mean? Taxi Dave on its way, mate. Just get out of this football club. You are the worst footballer, one of the worst footballers I've ever seen at this club. And I will die on that hill with my opinion on him. Who else we got? Hi, Dave. Same Spurs, different season, mate. Yeah, I know. We're gonna go into detail. I'm gonna bring a few people on. Hopefully, I want to whack the link in. So yeah, that's my analysis of and squad ratings. I'm not going to bother rating the substitutes because they really didn't offer fuck all either. So yeah, that is it really. I'm not going to end the stream, obviously. Stream over, see you later, bye. No, I'm not going to do that. Link is there. Guys, fill your boots. Come in and have your say. So, yeah. So, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. I still feel like I'm in shock, but what was we expecting? What was we expecting with, like, just watching the game, our players didn't look fit enough. Do you know what I mean? These lot have not played hardly any pre-season whatsoever. 6 games in pre-season, and they've hardly played at all. It's been mostly kids. And then you just go and chuck them into a game. Do you know what I mean? You go and chuck them into a game, and what can we expect? What was we expecting? Stuff like that. You're right, Ant. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, not bad, man. Come on then, over to you. The spotlight is yours. Give me your analysis of that absolute shit show.
I've calmed down a bit since an hour ago. I was on 2 marks, and I was like furious with the result, and I let rip on the show. But it's a new season, yeah. But same old Tottenham, and it just proves our forwards are not good enough. Tell more of Richarlison. Richarlison simply, I don't know what the hell he's still doing here. Tell's useless. Moore's useless. Morton blood off the cone. I'm getting fed up with the fans bigging these players up to see a few glimpses of them in pre-season, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, look at them. We should keep him," and all this stuff. They're useless. They're not good enough. Birdval, if we get even 40 million for Birdval, then just take it. He's useless as well. Like our defence, I mean, I was shocked at how bad our defending was. And I know that the players have to gel and all that stuff, and I get all that, but these are still good defenders. These are still good players. It's unbelievable the way we start. Brentford, they look like a club. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what we've been doing all pre-season, because we look like a team that have no idea what we're doing. Gray as captain as well was a bit of a joke. I mean, I don't want to blame De Zerbi too much, but some of his selection, like with Birdval and Gray's captain was shocking. I think with Fernandes and Maddison on the bench, I'm like, if they're good enough to be on the bench, they're good enough to start, and I'd rather have seen them start, try to get into a 2-goal lead, and then bring them players off if they can't last the full game, rather than bring them on after chasing the game. But yeah, it's just, and you know what? And we're going to be the banter of social media now. Look at everyone's going to be like,
"Oh yeah,
"Let's signed all those players, and look, it's typical Spurs and stuff." And I got a bit cocky before the game, thinking, "I think we're going to win and all that stuff." You know, I think we're like, I still think we have a good season, but I think that results brought us down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, it's a reality check, isn't it? Bit of a reality check, that one. Do you know what I mean? How you doing, Adrian? You right, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine. I watched the game, obviously. It's so disappointing to lose your first game of the season, isn't it? You know, when we go in there with such expectations, but I'm not going to defend De Zerbi like Ant did, because I think he got it completely wrong. Even if you look at his pre-season, our front three weren't spectacular pre-season, were they? We come for it unbeaten. They weren't spectacular at all, right? Now, all right, he could have started Solanke, whatever. But then I come to the midfield. And I said it on your podcast, both of your podcasts, I think other podcasts. You do not play Bergvall on a midfield pivot. You play him further upfield. If that means you drop Gallagher, then you don't play Gallagher. He's tried to keep Bergvall sweet because he sees talent there and he wants to keep him. But look, he gives away balls. He not only gives away balls in risky positions when he's playing deep, like he also bottles tackles as well. He don't go in tackles flying into tackles, right? So he's a talented player, but I'm not risking him in the midfield pivot because he knows. And then, what do you expect Tonali to do alongside him? He's got no one alongside him. And the midfield got overrun, so we can critique the defenders if we want to, but because we were disjointed and lacked cohesion from the midfield to the forwards, that we were under pressure at the back. They were getting down, they were hitting long balls, they were running, their movement was good. Why wasn't our movement like theirs? With De Zerbi ball, it's supposed to be like, if it's about 4-2-3-1, it's not about playing 3 at the back or 2 at the back, because we drop into a 3 under 4-2-3-1 and we drop into a 2 with 2 defenders. But then whoever's got the ball, which centre-back's got the ball, he should have 2 options either side of him. When someone closes him down, our player should be moving into that space, but spread. Because you can play it. In theory, when it works, you can actually get up the pitch without 2v1 or 3v2 overloads. None of that happened. We were just absolutely shocking, right? And so he picked the team. Well, that was such a poor. I've only made subs on the 46th minute. I was there, I'm thinking, well, you need to fix this now in the first half. Most managers don't like to pull players in the first half off the pitch, right? It's not good for their confidence, right? But he did it second half. Players can't argue then, but you're 2-0 down, So to me, I think De Zerbi got this wrong. I think it's a reality check. I think the question of trust or where you play Bergvall, because he said he's staying. Well, if he stays, fine. That's your decision. But I don't want to see him in a midfield pivot. I'd rather see Bentancur start. I'd rather see Fernandes start. And I said it before on other podcasts and yours as well. I'd rather see Gallagher. If he's going to play, right, then play him as a midfield pivot alongside Tonali and Ferguson, and then push Bergvall further up front. Where when he loses the ball, there's less of a risk. I mean, Richie's touch was poor. I mean, he lost the ball for a goal. Bergvall failed to make a tackle, which led up to the goal. It depends. When you're a Spurs fan, they tend to blame players they don't like rather than the phase of play, right? So, you could say Richie, Bergvall, and you could knock Kinski. One of them I think was lucky to be sighted, the one he palmed out, all right? You could say he could have done better. The first one, the 1-2 on the 12-minute goal, when Sangara, we looked at him, by the way back, but and then plays the 1-2 for basically, we gave him 2 tap-ins, right? But all 3 were virtually poor goals to concede, weren't they? So reality check for fan base, reality check for De Zerbi. He'll learn from this though. He'll think he won't. I mean, it'd be interesting to see who plays Charlton. Savino, I heard was signed today, might be announced tomorrow.
Adrian, sorry, I think De Zerbi's probably going back into the hierarchy's office after the game or something and be like, you know what? No, I need forwards. These forwards are bloody useless. He probably has looked at them today thinking, I cannot go the rest of the season with these forwards. Get me those forwards in now. Like, if it is Savino, Marmoush and Gakpo, get them in.
You don't see Richarlison starting Wednesday. I know it's Charlton. If we'd have won this game, he could have toyed a little bit. But we were shocking. So, I mean, to me, Solanke starts against Charlton. Madison starts with Tonali and Fernandes. He's got to go strong now.
Charlton shouldn't even be at the club. I'm shocked. When we ended the season, I thought that was for Richarlison done. I thought he'd be gone. But he's still here. What the hell is he still doing at Spurs? He's not. He's absolute shocking. He's got to be. He's not Brazilian, is he? He's not Brazilian. Like the sheriff says, he's from Bolivia or someone. He is not Brazilian. It's unbelievable.
I'm going to touch on
I just want to add on the Richarlison as well. I mean, like, the only sympathy you can give him at times is like he should be awarded more free kicks than he actually gets, but that's about it. And if his touch is good, we don't lose the ball. If he's all right, Rowley. If his touch is good, we don't lose the ball, and so we probably don't concede the goal.
But the trouble is, he rolls around too much. So referees are like, tell him to get up now because he does it too many times.
Yeah, all players do that though, don't they? It's not just him.
But Richarlison does it loads. He does. I don't.
Yeah, and a lot of players go down. Oh, I was fouled. Blah blah blah. Like especially they go down if they've made a mistake. They'll go down.
Yeah.
Right? You should stay on your feet at all times. So I mean, what was our midfield? It was Tonali and no one, because like Bergvall goes wandering. Right now, he does look good when he goes forward, but then stick him up front, stick him in the 10 role, or sell him. Right, stick him in, because you cannot play him in a midfield pivot. He hasn't got that grit to dig you out of hole. Tonali will, Fernandes will, Bentancur will, Bergvall won't. Right, not shown it. 6 foot.
Bentancur did the free kick away, didn't he, or the penalty away?
What, on the challenge in the box? Yeah.
Yeah. Bentancur, yes.
3-0 down, the game was over. So, like, yeah.
I just wanted to touch on what you said about Bergvall quickly. Then I'll bring Rowley in. He said, I agree with everything what you've just said. You can't put him in a double pivot because, like you said, he ain't got that grit in him to dig you out of a game and stuff like that. And it's better to put him in a 10 because if he does lose the ball, it's not necessarily a dangerous area, right? My answer to that is, why the fuck are we keeping a player like that at the club? He can't be trusted.
I'd sell him.
Yeah, I would. It'd be gone.
And I still think you get top dollar for him because if he's utilised properly. But look, we're now going to be in a situation where Kudus is back. Kula probably end of September, and you've got. So Kudus can move in a 10. You've got more confidence of Kudus. He's not a 10, in my opinion. But you've got more chance of him he can hold the ball up well. He ain't going to lose it there. Right? So it's players that hold the ball up. Decky, if he's fit and he comes back, he holds the ball up. Tell tries very hard. He has improved, right? But he's not oven ready. I mean, Bergvall and Tell could probably leave this football club and then smash it in 2 seasons' time. We want this season. We're sick and tired of waiting. We want this season, don't we? So, I mean, like, So, and Mikey Moore, he had 2 chances. The first one, obviously, he's trying to slip it through the goalkeeper's legs. Didn't quite get. Second chance, Keller was more instinctive because he's hit that hard when he got in the box, and Keller's gone like that. And he stopped it. He's a decent goalkeeper, though, Keller, isn't he? Like, so
yeah, he is a good goalkeeper.
But Richarlison, he's got. I mean, now you're looking at if he wants to keep De Zerbi, and we were to get the squad ratio down, the foreign quota down. You're looking at Sarr's been told he can leave, right? So then you're looking at getting rid of Richarlison and Bentancur, rather than Richarlison and Bergvall and keeping Bentancur. On today's performance, you'd want to keep Bentancur and get rid of Bergvall, but. We'll see. We'll see what De Zerbi does. I think he's ruthless. He ain't gonna fuck about. Poch was. He got rid of 35 players in 5.5 seasons. Players that I liked as well. Dawson and that, you know. But I thought, okay, you're the manager. Yeah. So back to you before or back to Rowley.
Yeah, let's go, Riley. Right.
We've lost Ant, haven't we?
Huh?
Ant's gone.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be back. Over to you, Riley.
What did you actually think when you saw the team sheet?
When I saw Bergvall,
I saw it was lost. I just think we're going to lose this.
Yeah.
Yesterday on my podcast, I said I don't want Bergvall in the midfield pivot. Right? I said it. I said we're away from home. If you go for a more dynamic midfield, you know, if I was thinking that Fernandes would start and then they would play a Gallagher then, okay. Where's your solid base and midfield? You need that.
There was
pivot.
nothing.
No, not with Bergvall, because he'll go wandering all over the shop, right?
The thing is, I looked at it last week, and then I looked at we're going to have Tell up front, Mikey Moore and Richarlison. I said, well, where's the goals coming from? I did say that, and we relied today on a young kid, Mikey Moore, to try and take a shot. Because what did Richarlison do? Nothing. Do you know what I mean? What did Tell do? Not a lot.
But we
Do
knew
you know what I mean?
stuck, really, didn't we? We knew we were stuck. We all predicted that it would be Tell, Richie, and Mikey Moore.
I actually thought we'd score one
Yeah.
goal, and
Yeah.
I said 2-1 to Brentford. I've said that in all the shows we're going to lose. Everyone looked at me as if I was gone nuts. So,
No.
we've got this wonderful team and all that, and I just said no.
Well,
And not only that, even if right, we get these players in now, they've got to gel, man. They're not going to hit the ground running, are they? Well, we hope they will, but not on today's performance. You know what I mean?
Everyone
And these-
predicted.
They've had a whole pre-season though, Adrian.
Everyone, I said we're going into this season 2 weeks undercooked. I said we all know. Everyone predicted on my podcast as well the front three because we weren't sure about Solanke's fitness, so we weren't going to change the front three, which we know is not good enough, right? It didn't perform pre-season well, did it? It didn't. It wasn't spectacular. It didn't stand out. We got through games, so we're happy, but we still, to me, I thought we needed another couple of weeks at the training ground, you know. But we've gone in undercooked, basically, and we just look so disjointed.
Undercooked, we're bloody raw, mate. I'm not about undercooked.
this Ramsey was saying the squad is raw.
It is raw. Do you know what I mean? It's just like Christ Almighty.
And
You
it's
know what
not
I mean?
like De Zerbi hasn't got options. You know, if you're now playing Charlton, who won, didn't they beat West Ham? So they'll come to us with confidence, right? So they beat West Ham at West Ham, didn't they? 2-1, I think. So you're going to, he's going to, whereas probably he might have been able to give Williams, Barnett, and Mikey Moore another game Wednesday. You know, to me, Richarlison has to start now. If Silvino comes in, you could play him against Charlton. I heard he was being signed today, but it won't be announced tomorrow. The medical was yesterday. So
I'm gonna say one thing about last season, yeah, and one thing what happened, yeah, and I said it's not right. They let Polinia go.
yeah, but you see, he's not the
You
world's
can't.
best- No,
Yeah, but you
but
can't tell me
Lola-
he's better than what we see today, Adrian.
Yeah, but it's only today. You've got to look at the bigger picture. Polinia's good at what he does, which is breaking up play. Well, Polinia lacks.
Well, we needed that
No,
today.
he's not. He's not the greatest passer, right? But if you're a team like Fulham, I mean, he was doing that for Fulham. You know, the best tackler or make the best break-up tackles in the game. Fine, but with Tottenham Hotspur, we want a player that can do that and more. And you've got that. You've got that in Tonali and Fernandes, right? Bentancur, he's very good and he can pass the ball, but when he plays well, the team plays well. But he at times at other teams when they get the better of him, he struggles to beat the press. Bentancur, when he's off it, he struggles to beat. When he's pressed, he struggles to beat the press. When it's all flying on around him, so. Gallagher, you know what Gallagher? Well, if you're selling Sarr, you keep Gallagher. But then why did you get Gallagher in when you've already got Sarr in the team?
That's what I mean. Get rid of Sarr and go and keep Polinia. Because like today, we needed someone that could stop their midfield because their midfield just run riot. They absolutely run us ragged.
And that's what De Zerbi should be looking at, shouldn't he? Because to me, I said it wasn't a hard call. One, my concern was I thought we'd get a draw at that game. I only went for 1-1. How wrong am I, as usual? But I'm looking at the forward line and thinking, well, it's not great, but corners and free kicks, yeah, we can get a goal here and there. But I don't see that forward line scoring a hatful of goals, right? And then when I see the midfield, I thought, well, if it works, you know, with Bergvall and Tonali, if it works, I didn't expect them to be the midfield pivot anyway. But if it works with them, then I thought, fine, prove me wrong, right? But you can't have. You're away from home as well, right? When you're away from home, it's all right for going a bit bit more defensive and stick another dynamic midfielder in there, or even a Paulino, as you suggested, if we had one Rowley, right? But then you start with Gallagher alongside Tonali, or start with Bentancur alongside Tonali, because we're away from home. And Brentford, very energetic side. They play the same way as they did last season. You know?
Yeah, we should have played a double pivot though. Do you know what I mean? Not as a double central defender or something like that, because they were annihilating us.
Yeah, well,
Absolutely
when
annihilating
Virgil
us.
got forward, he looked good on a couple of his runs, but as soon as they counter,
He loses it, or he passes it to Richarlison, he loses it. Past the tail, he lost it. I mean, it's just honestly.
And not only that, I mean, I said pre-season's also about between here, right? When you're sharp, I use a silly analogy. When we used to play Sunday league football, we all played football when we were fucking half pissed the next day, right? You ain't as sharp here, right? Now, pre-season's about sharpness. It's about thinking and then making the right decisions and making the right passes and all that. We couldn't even make the right passes today. We're off it, completely off it.
Yeah, we was like I said earlier on in the stream. I said watch two teams. I watched one prep for pre-season properly, the other one didn't.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And it absolutely showed on the pitch today.
You could understand it if we were pressed that hard by then that we made little panic passes and we underhit or overhit a pass. But a lot of them passes we should have made because we had space to make the pass, and we're giving balls away. Right?
Look, how I see it, Brentford wasn't broken. Yeah, we were broken, and we were trying. We got to really fix the whole team. Yeah, Brentford just tweaked a couple of players, and that's what they done, and that's how they finished the league strong, and they've had a good pre-season. We've had a piss poor pre-season, to be quite honest. Yeah, we've not let the players gel in pre-season because it's been like play the youth, play the youth. Do you know what I mean? Play the second string teams, and they've not had time to play together, and this is where it's bloody wrong. It's
also,
so wrong.
You know that's not going to be our forward line, and also you know that if you've got Kudus and Savinho in that team, they will hold the ball up. They won't give it away as much. If you've got Slanky in that team, you're not giving it away as much because Richarlison's got a trampoline touch. If his touch works from some games, but not others, well, that's not good enough. It's not good enough.
did do a lot when he came on, but I know he only had like 20 minutes or whatever. But
I'm not having a pop at any of the players, but 3-0, 49 minutes. I mean, it's game over, right? No, I think De Zerbi just went, fuck this. And someone saying, oh, he's not as animated as usually is. I thought, yeah, because it's not a close game. It's not a close game. We're not in it. If we were 2-1 down or something, it'd probably be prancing down the side, you know?
That's down to him, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he knew the game. I think he just knew the game was gone. He can't show it. I mean,
from the beginning,
86th minute as well. You know, that's
you could see what was happening for the very first 10 minutes. You could see what was happening.
Yeah, but you don't panic after 10, 12 minutes. We conceded a goal on the 12th minute. Next one was on the 33rd, I think. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. So it's the thing that gets me. I said it last year. I said it season. I said most games when you're taught and coached, you know, most games are won and lost in midfield. You have to fix that. We fixed the defence, but they're under a lot of pressure today because everything in front of the defence was falling apart, fell apart. So
yeah. I just thought first half they were Tonali and Bergvall were literally just
inexcusable, mate.
Chasing shadows, weren't they? Do you know what I mean?
And you look at Brentford; they got their tactics right because, like, we would have 3 at the back, right? We sometimes drop into a 2, 3 at the back, and so you got 3 at the back. So we got 6 players forward, right? Marked by the whole Brentford team and doubled up, right? That's what it looked like. So we got 3 defenders at the back, and Kingsley, that's 4. So then you got 7 players further forward. You look at Brentford. Every time we got the ball and went forward, we had to move it. Wasn't moving it quick enough because they were already set. They were already back. They were marking us man for man and having the spare players as well, right? They could mark our 7 and 3 spare players, and we struggled to get through them. We got through them a few times, you know, got a few chances, but you know, it needed more movement.
They knew we had a weak spot in Archie Gray, and they hit us every time with Archie Gray, didn't they? I mean, he got rinsed, that poor lad. Do you know what I mean? I say the poor lad, he's a professional footballer. They give him captaincy, yeah, but he was absolutely terrible at that.
I'm not picking
At the
out any
back.
individual because I thought the whole team was shit.
Yeah, that's
Fans
right.
will pick out-
Senesi
fans
was
pick out
awful.
Players they don't like. Senesi was-
Robertson done one really good tackle when he went across, and he just had to put it past the keeper.
Van
And
Heck put his head on the line when he stooped for that one and got the free
Yeah.
kick. Otherwise, we could have conceded a goal. That might have been in his
It was
mind.
just-
And went down. I'll get a free kick out of this, whatever happens.
I just
you
saw
know,
no
so-
fight. You know what I mean? I just saw no goal or nothing like that. There was just nothing.
When Robertson did get forward and had opportunities to put crosses, there was no one in the box.
It's awful.
You know, we needed. Yeah,
just seemed like there was no idea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They must have had.
I agree.
They must have had an idea.
Hmm.
They must have had a contingency plan as well. If that don't work, we'll do this. But there weren't nothing. I didn't see nothing.
I think
Didn't see the shape changing. Did you see the shape changing? I didn't.
no.
Well, we had to change the shape when we bought Madders and Co on, because I noticed when we bought a new doggy, Robbo went to right back, but they were more advanced. It went but it went to a point where we were hardly using any wing play because we took more off, didn't we? And then Madders come on. Do you know what I mean? And Madders was just trying to float across the whole front line in front of the penalty box when he was just trying to keep float, but the ball just wasn't coming to him, unfortunately. And when it did come to him, he do you know what I mean? He either it was someone bang on him straight away. Do you know what I mean? Didn't give him a moment's peace.
To be quite honest, I thought Tonali had a bad game as well. I don't think.
I'll say it's every single one. I think the highest rating I gave, I think in my player review was probably
4.
No, I think it was Tonali a 5 out of 10, and I said even with that, I think I'm being generous. Do you know what I mean? Because I only give him, I only gave him a high rating because the second half, when we had more of the ball, he was influential in trying to make something happen. But there was just no one was on the same page as him. Moore weren't on the same page as him. Tell weren't on the same page as him. Do you know what I mean? And like the subs came on, I didn't think the subs made any difference whatsoever. Maybe Bentancur, like, made me feel like when he's on, like, there's a bit of calmness. Do you know what I mean? He's very calm on the ball. Doesn't matter what scenario the game is. You know what I mean? He's always calm when he plays. You know what I mean? He's a calm, relaxed football player. But yeah, it was very, very hard to take. I can't take anything out of this game.
No,
Can't take a single positive out of this game, other than we've probably, hopefully, seen the last time. Hopefully, this is the last time we've seen Richarlison in a Spurs shirt. I'm praying.
Yeah. I mean, I said beforehand, you know, I'd rather give Scarlett a game. I really would.
I would
think Tell's going. I think Tell's going.
I would have kept Will Lancashire and sold Richie.
Yeah.
I think Tell's going.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he is, mate. I don't think he is.
He could dig his heels in for this year, as long as we're getting forwards in. Deserving to say we're not going to register you, and you're not getting no game time, so you can force players out like that. Right. We'll have to after the window closes, you have to register the squad. So by then, I expect Marmoush and Slovenia to be in, and we just need to keep hold of the ball better, you know, and pass better as well, you know. I mean, it was just. It's very hard to talk about games like this. I mean, last season as a podcast, and you've got to get a bit of thick-skinned. We only won 3 home games, right? So, you know, you have to dig deep to do these shows. You've still got to do them. You've got to show, like, you know, you've got the stuff to do.
Well, we'll see next week because we've got Newcastle, haven't we? We've got Newcastle, haven't we, next week?
We've got Charlton Wednesday in the Carabao Cup.
No, I mean in the Premiership.
Yeah, in the league. Yeah, we got new.
And they've been absolutely decimated, haven't they?
Mm.
And they've got a new manager as well, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how well they're drilled, yeah, because they've got more or less a new team. And then
9
let's
new
see,
managers in the Premier League this season.
yeah, and then let's see how they do. And then if they do really well and they've been decimated, they've just got a new squad in, then we'll see how good De Zerbi really is. Do you know what I mean?
I was going to read quickly a couple of talking points on De Zerbi's like press conference. Someone got something on the telly in the background.
Yeah, me. Sorry, me.
You were watching the BBC News or something? That's all right, man. Right. So basically, I'm going to read a few quotes out from the press match conference. Roberto De Zerbi speaks after the Brentford's loss. His words are, "Bad game. We lost and suffered the difference in the duels. It was the key of this game. We didn't fight in the right way. Maybe credit to them because it's the best quality Brentford have. Our physical condition was not at the right level for all the players because many came later after the World Cup and there were many new players in the squad and first 11. But we have to analyse this game better because we can't play this way in this type of game. I'm surprised by the result and performance. I knew we were not in the right condition. We can't find an excuse. I'm sorry for the result and performance. We are starting a new project and we couldn't find the principle. Marcos Senesi, Jan-Paul van Hecke and Sandro Tonali are not in the best physical condition. We knew this before the game. We have to improve on that and many other things like organisation and pressing. We can improve quickly first, but we have to understand this game better. I know their physical condition and new players, but we have to put something more. We had to fight more. Players know I have a lot of confidence in them and we hope to improve more quickly. I don't want the excuse that the first 11 was not enough to compete and get a result. Brentford's spirit on the pitch was great. It has to be the right example for us. Would you guys make of that?
Excuses.
A load of bollocks.
Yeah. It's excuses, isn't it? I mean,
Load of
if none
bollocks.
of those players are off the edge, then stiffen the midfield. Then start with Bentancur, and don't have Gray there who's a risk. You could have stiffened the midfield. You didn't even have to play Gallagher as a 10. You could have gone 4-3-3. Yeah. So I mean, okay, he makes accurate points, but he also leaves himself wide open to criticism, because then if you know they're not at their best, then you're away from home. We know Brentford. I mean, look, we played them 10 times before, won 5, drawn 4, and lost 1. Now it's 11, we lost 2, right? Then just stiffen the midfield.
Yeah.
Put some more in there, right? I'm not having this, De Zerbi. I'm not having it. You fucked up, right? Fair enough. We don't want you fucking sacked or nothing like that, right? We're not going there. You'll be judged over the whole season,
I don't want to hear the players ain't fit. It's up to him to get them fit. He's had them 5 weeks. I mean, that's 6, 7, probably 7 weeks after the World Cup. I don't want to hear that bollocks. I'm sorry.
Well, the only other centre backs you're available are Davies and Danso, really, unless I'm missing someone. So
I don't want to hear it. That's crap.
Right.
That's up to him to get them fit. That's him who picks the team. It's not down to him. And he should have put his hands up and said, we simply weren't good enough. I am fuming. I'm going to get into these players and have a word with them and say, look,
then he
what's
should
going
play for fitness levels, because the league is more important. He should play Tonali, Van Hecke and Senesi on Wednesday in the Carabao Cup against Charlton to get the fitness levels up.
Yeah.
Right?
Even if they have a 1/2.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Play
mean?
them. You need to sharpen them players there, but especially with defenders, because you've got to be sharp and alert at all times. So, no, I'm not having that, De Zerbi. You contradicted yourself. They were better than us. They thoroughly deserved to win. That's fine. But
I don't want to hear they were up for it more than us. I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't.
They
What I
shouldn't
don't
be.
like. What you don't expect to see is such an inept performance. If I mean, like, if it was close and they beat us, that would be fair enough. But we didn't turn up. We didn't turn up for this. There was no fight there. Bergveld doesn't give you that fight in the tackle. I think he bottles tackles. He's half-hearted in his tackles, right? Doesn't give you it. I mean, yeah. So I don't. I think he'll learn from this, De Zerbi, and I think with Newcastle in mind now, he might have wanted to rotate the squad a bit more against Charlton, but nah, you've got to go with that. I think Bergveld to sit out. If he moans and he wants to leave, let him fucking go, right? Let him go, because I don't want to wait for another player to develop, right? He has stepped up. Ray has stepped up. They've played a lot of games, them two, for kids, right? Even Tell has progressed, but he hasn't progressed enough. You know, he still lacks composure around the penalty area and a blaster shot over the bar. And I think it's because he tries too hard, like, you know. But, yeah. There is he's going to have to, I'm going to the game Wednesday. It's going to be interesting to see what the lineup is.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Would you reckon having a nice little war of words there with old contest ketchup, whatever that is.
Conte's ketchup.
Conte's ketchup.
Conte's.
Yeah. Don't worry. Conte's ketchup. Yeah, he comes on my chat. Big up to him. He has his opinion. I have mine. So it's all good. Yeah. No, I just think they De Zerbi's had them for the whole of pre-season, and Brentford. It was like men versus boys in the match. Brentford knew what they were doing, passing the ball around. They looked like they're bloody Barcelona or someone. And we've had all pre-season, and we looked like we had no idea what we were doing out there. Those players looked clueless, and yeah, I still think
That's exactly what I said, Ant.
I'm even in the chat because Fonconte saying Fernandes and Tonali are not good enough. But what's the solution? I swear he's the same person that said that Gray should be in midfield and stuff, and should be. I swear it's him that said that, and I'm like, look at Gray, he's awful. And then I'm hearing people say, you think Mamouche, Savinho and Gakpo will do any better? And I was like, yes, because they're 100 times better than Richarlison, Tell and Moore. We've had these players, they've had little spells, decent spells in pre-season, and everyone's bigging them up. So people are saying, because it's Hoffenheim, oh, Moore should stay now, you know, oh, he looks really good. It's a pre-season friendly, it's Hoffenheim. When it comes to the Premier League, he was shocking. He had about 3 chances where he should have easily stuck in the net.
Yeah, but at least he had the chances. It's more than what Richarlison done.
I agree with that, yeah. But they were the first 2. I think the first 2 was p-rollers, you know, like.
No, he tried to stick it for his leg. He tried to stick it for his nutmeg, didn't he?
Keeper should be saving them. The third one was unlucky, but it's still not good enough. The game was over by then anyway.
So I'm just going to come back at this one. Conte's ketchup. Tonali is rubbish without Bruno. Just ask any Newcastle fan. So he was shit. He was so shit at Milan then. That's why you signed him. So he's shit without Bruno Guimaraes. He's going to be shit everywhere else where he's gone.
If you look at his stats at Newcastle, they're fantastic, right?
Yeah.
One of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Paul Scholes was right about.
He's so bad.
What you got to do to want his ketchup, you've got to voice your own opinion. You can't just turn and say, ask any Newcastle fan. Because you don't, that doesn't reinforce your criticism at all. Your criticism's right. If you think he's rubbish, that's fine. But that ask any Newcastle, that doesn't strengthen your argument at all. I mean, what cost us this? Well, you need pace and bite in midfield when it's needed. There aren't that many tackles in the game or free kicks. But you need to make them when you have to make them. You need to make them. But and we just didn't have that, no cohesion at all, basically, in midfield.
I mean, I thought we've got Tonali in for to generate a tempo in midfield, to create a tempo, and to keep it, But he did nothing today. I must admit, like you say, they all done nothing.
The whole team done nothing really. To be fair, it can't all be put down to him, can it? Unfortunately, but it like Adrian said earlier. He said like Tonali was like playing in midfield on his own against 3 Brentford players because Bergvall was just the wanderer, wasn't he? He was just wandering off, like being sucked out of position. Do you know what I mean? You just keep your shape. You just keep the shape. Do you know what I mean? But we'll have
look, De Zerbi takes the blame for that, though.
Yeah.
It was the
yeah. Because you've got to tell him.
If it's like then, I mean, Gallagher's poor. Well, they're all poor. So then what you do is you want to play Bergvall, you play him. You either play him on the wing like Frank tried to play him left side attacking midfielder, but you've got your midfield pivot, or you push him in the 10. I mean, he scored away with a header at West Ham. Then when Romero put that ball through to him, so he's not a midfield pivoter. He's not a midfielder that can play in a midfield.
But the thing is,
he's just not trust. You can't trust him there, right? You might be able to a couple of seasons to come, but that's no good to us now.
With Tonali, you need to link up with a player, and there was no link, was there? You couldn't see it. No. Not with Gallagher, and you couldn't see it with Bergvall in the first half. He was, like you say, playing virtually on his own. Yeah, and then just pushing the ball out to the wing because there was no link. Because when you looked for Bergvall, he was so far up the field, they couldn't see him. Do you know what I mean? There was no link.
And Bentancur's paired with that role. He paired it with Paulinho. He can do it with Tonali. He can do it with Fernandes if he stays. Because if Bergvall stays, I think Sarr, Richarlison, and Bentancur go. But other than that, Bergvall
you need someone to work off of.
Bentancur stays. That's the way I see it. But
with Tonali, he needs to bounce off another player. Do you know what I mean? And play with little 1-2s and come up to follow up the field with him. But there was nothing for him there. There was nothing in midfield. And then it was speaking, well, fair enough. I'll pass it backwards. Do you know what I mean? Or it went out to the wing, and then they lost it because it went to tail or fucking. That was just one of the worst games of football. Technically, I've seen.
We were not further up the pitch when we got it. I mean, even when the few times that Moore got it, or even Tell, whenever he got the ball, and we got 3 at the back, like I said earlier, you've got 7 of our players there, but they had 10, so they could mark 7 and have 3 spare men.
Yeah,
mark out players. Tell, whenever he got the ball, there was always 2 on him. Even Mikey Moore, but he got through a couple of times. He's a clever kid, but he's going to go out to clone, right? So, but yeah, so it was.
You know what? I mean, even in this Conte's Petrov has put Tonali has failed to, Italy have failed to qualify for the World Cup with Tonali. So are we blaming Tonali for Italy missing out on the World Cup here? They've got Donnarumma in goal. For Man City, and he's class, but what? So it's not Donnarumma's fault either. You can't blame one person for a whole country missing out on the World Cup.
And I was getting there was a few fans saying like, "Oh, Fernandes been relegated twice," things like that. Hang about, Maddison and Tielemans got relegated with Leicester, as well. I mean, Tielemans was doing all right at Villa, and Villa had to sell, probably help their finances out to Man United, and Maddison came to us. I mean, the fact that a player's in a team that gets relegated, what are you trying to point? What are you trying to prove or something? You think?
Well, Maddison and Tielemans won the cup, didn't they? They won the league with them. Do you know what I mean? So where are we going with that one? Stupid comment, really.
You can't blame one player for the whole nation missing out on the tournament. It's ridiculous.
No, you can't. That one thing I will say with this club. I agree with that comment. It was absolutely abysmal today, unfortunately.
I mean, I can't even think of a good thing to say about it. Can you?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Madison was Leicester's only light, but he also won.
I think Senesi got the ratings I see. I think Senesi got the highest rating, 7.5 for some reason. I don't see what gets. Yeah, online, but I don't see what gets that.
I thought it was terrible.
When it's so shocking, it's hard to. I actually thought Van Heck did a few good things during the game, and then I got slaughtered in a WhatsApp group. He was Alan Kravitz was always on my Friday show when he was absolutely awful. And I thought, well, perhaps it's just a few things I said, but when you got a game that's bad as that, you sort of give up concentrating, hoping you're going to get a wonder, go and get back into it. You know what I mean? So but I did. post the video, the short clip of the game. It's in the WhatsApp group to go and have a look at different phases of the goal where
I was expecting to give him a game. I was expecting to have a few chances and give him a game, but what I saw is they totally outdone us in midfield. Their attack was much better than ours.
Yeah.
And they were really on it, weren't they? They were bloody on it, their attack. They could have scored a lot more goals. They had a penalty. It could have been 6 or 7-1. 6-7-0, sorry.
I expected us to dominate a possession and then to be dangerous on the counter. And when we did get up there and lose the ball, they were dangerous on the counter. But, yeah.
I was hoping to see Fernandes and Tonali in midfield, but from the start.
I've got every confidence in Zerbi. Like, he will not put up with this. Like,
No, he won't have this at all, mate. I bet he went into that dressing room. He was like, you lot have just completely, utterly embarrassed yourselves there. Do you know what I mean? But just watching the game itself, and like, they weren't even getting the basics right, were they? Misplaced simple passes. Again, the same stuff we were watching last season.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Same stuff we're
They
watching.
couldn't string three passes together. They couldn't string 3 passes together.
Yeah.
I agree. We were just that first half was just literally just one to forget. And then they come out in the second half and then they score again in like 2-3 minutes, wasn't it? Just from that corner. Again, from no one marking players in dangerous areas. Giving him a 3-half volley on the penalty spot. Kinski for Kinski. And then just Richie and Bentancur just standing there watching the winger just come in and tap in. I'm like, what are you lot doing, man? Absolutely.
I mean, I watched the run up there. Tell run on the break, right? And then he stopped and passed it backwards to Bergwall, and then Bergwall lost it. Or it went right back to the midfield again, where they got right up to the edge of the box, and then they passed it backwards.
Dave, I've noticed there's a few people in your chat that I've never seen before, and I'm assuming that they're just normal fans that support other clubs who have just noticed Spurs have lost today and saw your chat come up and thought, I'm going to go in there and bloody rinse the Spurs fans.
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on, boys and girls. I mean, bring it on. We're all grown men.
We deserve it. We deserve it.
Yeah. Straight Cannon, he's came in with a load of laughing faces. Who's you support?
Gooner.
Yes, you're a fucking gooner. Do you know with that?
Yeah.
So do you know what, mate?
good.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Fair play to you, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've got every right to gloat. I mean, you've like go talking about them for a minute. I don't like to give Arsenal too much airtime, but you watch what they've done over the last 5-6 years. They've stuck with their manager. Do you know what I mean? And they
took Arteta 8 years though. It won't take
exactly.
that long. It won't take Zerbi that long.
Yeah, I want Zerbi to be given a chance. I don't want fans.
He will be given a chance. He's got a 5-year contract, so pay him off would cost 60 million, right? That's not happening. No, I mean it's not De Zerbi out. I just think like you see it on training ground, you see your players, you think, yeah, I've got a good squad. You've got your game plan, you've got your tactics. You turn up, and players don't turn up. But he takes part of that blame as well. So now I don't think he's going to deceive himself like he thought, oh, this team's good enough. When we did the predicted lineup, I looked at it, I thought, well, it's still undercooked. I didn't realise that Van Hex and Tonali aren't quite matched for it. But
he's a big fucking gooner. We'll go on a diet then, you fat cunt.
Dave, I've got to go anywhere. I've got to go and collect my kids from somewhere. But big up to you, mate. Big up Adrian and Lowly. And I'll see you soon.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow,
man.
See you later. Yeah, cheers.
I mean, what can we talk about? There's nothing to take out of that game, is there? Do you know what I mean? It's just,
there's fuck all to take out.
What we can talk about is how do you go about fixing it? I mean, like, and then if those players are unfit or need more fitness levels, all right, Simon. Then
hello there.
You have to play them against Charlton to improve their fitness. Not all of them. You can bring Solanke in. We haven't got much options up front. You're still going to have to play Tell and Mikey Moore.
I'll tell you what. if they're well drilled, Charlton, they're going to turn us over and all.
You're a cheerful fucker, aren't you, Rolly? Like, so, like, yeah. I mean,
What can you be cheerful about that? There's nothing to be optimistic after seeing that. And if you get a well drilled team like Charlton, yeah, and if they are well drilled, they could turn us over. They've got
I
strikers.
don't know
you know what I
nothing
mean?
about them. I know they won at West Ham today 2-1, but that's a game he's now got to use. Then he's got to utilise it as part of his pre-season because we're undercooked. I mean, and what he's got to do, you can't play that midfield pivot again because Burwell just cannot be trusted alongside tonight. You've got to, you've got to stiffen it. I mean, I said on numerous podcasts before. I mean, like that. If you're going to play Gallagher and Burwell, then you play Gallagher alongside Tonali.
What was up with VDV today?
He's still not fit.
He's just not fit.
It's not nothing serious. Same with Porro. I think Porro's been given a rest because of the World Cup, right? I mean, the guy's played about 1 million games. That's what got him slightly injured last year. I mean, he played over 60 games for us. And then players, because of injuries, players were overplayed, and that compounded the problem because we got even more injuries. I mean,
we
he played over 40 games as well, so that was too much. So then he got injured, right?
And sold Spence with no one else to take his
that
place.
Was the time. That then was the time they should have said, "Okay, we take the risk. We can't risk any more players getting injured. We'll give a few of the academy kids a try out." You know, but it didn't happen.
It's no idea, man. There has to be a fucking football director. I'm telling you, there has to be because this can't go on.
We got Ramsey, we got Moyson, and Langer's still there. I mean, I don't think fans aren't going to give Langer any credit for getting Tonali in or Fernandes in or Savino in or Marmoush in, are they? They'd rather give credit to Moyson.
Yeah.
No, the thing is with that, this is bad. What's happening now? Yeah, we have just played a Premiership football game. Yeah, that's 3 points down to Swanee.
Yeah.
All right, it's only the first game, but it shouldn't happen. We shouldn't be scratching around for a fucking right back. We shouldn't be scratching around for fucking strikers, and we shouldn't be scratching around for fucking wingers at the start of a fucking season. I know we've got a week left of the season, yeah, and I know these players are in, but this is just not right. Other teams ain't scratching around like this.
It was bad
Tell you
tonight. It was bad tonight. It really was bad.
I'll tell you what I've got to learn from this game. Archie Gray is not captain material.
And he ain't right back material either.
And he's not right. And he's not a right back material. I said it. I said my biggest fear is him playing that right back and Kevin Sade having an absolute field day with him.
I knew that would happen. I knew that was going to happen.
Absolutely rinsed him, and that's why he got dragged off at half time.
I'm sorry, he was at his level at Leeds Championship.
Yeah. But it's, again, it's not the lad's fault, is it? He's playing out of position. He's playing out. He shouldn't be anywhere near.
He's playing on the back of his family's history.
No, he's not really. No, he's not. He's playing on
the
back.
That good.
No, he's playing on the back of the manager's trust in him. That's what he's playing on. I mean, he's made him a captain. So obviously everything in training, the way he carries himself, blah, blah, blah.
You can't do it on the pitch.
And he's technically very, very good, right? I watched him, when we were interested, I watched him play a load of games. Everyone knows I watch all the academy games at Leeds. He played about 33 games at fullback. He played about 3 as a number 10, and he played in midfield. When he played Mill and they drew Chelsea in the cup.
In the Championship.
He bossed it. Hold on, against Chelsea in the FA Cup, right? When he came, I was delighted, more so than Brennan Johnson, right? I didn't want Brennan Johnson at the club, right? Didn't fancy him. Gray, I like him, right? And he is a quality footballer. Good engine, good passer, good tackler, takes up intelligent positions, pops up where you think he won't. He scored against Palace away when we 1-0, didn't he? But he's cropped up on the byline before and made goals and things like that. The kid's got it, in my opinion. But it's because he doesn't look sexy enough, you know. But probably fans think, what you got there? I rate him. If others don't, that's fair enough. I don't get beaten up.
I don't rate not a right back. Definitely
No.
not a right back.
His
I don't rate him at all.
position is in midfield, right?
In midfield, that's right, Adrian. That's right. He shouldn't be playing right back. They should have had another. They sold Spence. They should have got, or before they sold Spence, they should have got another right back in.
How old is he
Replace
now?
Porro if needed.
How old's Archie Gray now?
No, I don't know.
21, 2021.
Early 20s.
Archie Gray's 20. He's the youngest.
20,
He's the youngest captain since Steve Perriman.
Yeah.
But why do they make him captain for?
Well, that's De Zerbi, right?
Blow smoke up his arse.
Why? I just don't get.
De
Blow
Zerbi-
smoke up his arse.
Yeah.
We got to narrow it down because he's in the 5 leaders, isn't he?
Five
Gray, Van
leaders.
der Ven, Porro,
Davis, Ben Davis,
Ben Davies, and who's the other one?
Maddison.
And
Well, Ben
Maddison.
Davies is captain of Wales, isn't he? So I get
And-
that, right?
And Maddison. So
Yeah.
literally 4 of them weren't even on the pitch. So it
I'm
had to
not-
have been
Look,
Archie Gray, wouldn't it?
I'm not a fan of modern day captains. I'm mainly PR merchants. And the other thing, to what? Motivate players? Well, I'll tell you what. If you can't wear that shirt with pride,
Yeah, that's right.
motivate yourself, then fuck off out of my club.
That's right.
Players shouldn't need motivating. So
That's right.
it's a conversation where when we haven't got that much to talk about captainship. And if I was handing it out, I'd give it to Tonali and Van Hacker would be 2 of mine anyway, definitely. Right?
Yeah.
And like, but it's a bit early for them because they've just come into the football club.
Yeah.
I like to see a
BDV's
captain in
not
midfield.
To me, he's not. Right? So good player, but why does he have to be captain? Now, Davis, you make case for that because he's captain of Wales. You could make a case for Gallagher even because he was Poch's captain at Chelsea.
Yeah.
So you could, but okay, De Zerbi, like he's a good psychologist. De Zerbi, he's a good man manager that way. If he's picked these players for his reason, I'll trust him to judge him on it because I don't really give a shit about captaincy, to be honest with you. You know, it's not going to win or lose your game. It's not like back in the day when Graham Roberts could put someone in the stand, you know what I mean, to make a point if a team was taking the piss, you know. So that was always a way back in the day. If you hit challenge, gave a nasty challenge, you knew one of your players was getting it back to equalise, you know what I mean? So, but I'm not too fussed about captaincy. But like I said, I picked Tonali and Van Hacker as 2 of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll just come back to a comment quickly. 1 second. Tell also supported Robbo when more offered. Yeah, exactly. That's a good comment as well, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? That's fair because it was equally, and he's put down here equally. It's like it was as bad down the left, it was on the right. Let's have some.
But this is why you have your midfield pivot, though, Dave, isn't it? Because what it is, this is why Paulinho, to me, he didn't have the legs to get about the field. He could go up for set plays and all that, get you the odd goal. He got about 5, whatever it is. But you need, if you've got 2 man midfield pivot, left side and right sided, they help cover the fullback and the right winger, and the left one helps cover the left back and the right winger. And we didn't have that. There was gaps all over the place. We were like a sieve, you know.
We had no midfield in the first half. I don't know where the midfield was in the first half.
Well, we only had Tonali because
That's why. Where were the others?
well, then Bergvall should be more disciplined, but he's just not at that level yet. He might
That's
be
All
right.
over the place. He
Well,
Bergvall's
got
not at that
everywhere.
level yet.
Yeah.
I don't think he will be at that level.
You're
He's just
too
not good
much
enough,
of a risk.
Bergvall.
Yeah, he's too much of a risk in this team at the moment.
Yeah.
You're going to play him. You play him up on the left if you haven't got a left wing, or you play him in the 10 role. Where if you lose the ball, it's not.
But you've got people behind you can cover. That's right.
But like, no, not for me. I've gone off him now. He progressed.
No, he's not for me. He's not for me,
progressed
Bergvall.
towards the end of last season because when Gray was out of the team, right? So
Sorry,
Exactly.
sorry to interrupt quickly, Dave. I think my son Lee wants. You've got the link on the screen for my son. I think he wants to come on. You got a link?
Yeah, I'll put it on now, mate.
Thanks.
is he in
Yeah,
a WhatsApp group, Simon? Is he in a WhatsApp group?
Lee, no. He will, but if he's asked, he probably will do. Yeah.
Well,
No, he's not in it. No, he's not in it. He's not in it. But no,
he can come on. He can come on.
Sorry?
He can be added.
okay, he'll be on in a minute. But
Bergvall or Skelly. It's no brainer, Skelly.
Bergvall,
Do you know?
no, sorry. If you get 50-60 million for Bergvall in the next week, I'll bite their hand off.
Newcastle offered
You
46. They offered 46.
I would
Spurs
have taken it,
paid
Adrian. I would have taken it, mate. I would have taken it. 46. I would have bit their hand off for that as well.
Deserby likes the player. Well, fine. If you like the player, you got to find. Well, you know his strengths and where to play him.
Yeah.
He's not a tough enough tackler. It's not that there's many tackles during the game, but I see him bottle one a day, which we end up conceding a goal. So, and like you, this is the other thing, you know, when players are playing as individuals, this should be a pact between Tonali and Fernandes, or Tonali and Bentancur, or Bentancur and Fernandes. Because they should be playing together. You shouldn't
agree.
In a midfield pivot, you have to work in unison. You shouldn't be exposing each other.
That's right.
You're going to concede the odd goal and lose. Fair enough.
Yeah, I get that.
But today's was just an absolute shambles.
It was a shambles.
I don't get it.
It was a shambles. It really
Big up,
was.
Lee.
Big up, Lee.
Hello, guys. Right.
Yeah,
You're in the
fine.
dark, Lee. I can't see. You're in the dark, mate.
Shadow Man.
Silhouetted.
No, it was bad. It was bad tonight.
Now we can see your ugly mush, see?
Ugly
Cheers,
mush,
mate.
yeah.
Anyways, we'll come over.
Now we can see you need a haircut.
Boy, I'm trying to grow
He's
it.
Look.
He's going for the Senesi look, isn't he? I like it.
The Archie Gray look. It's the Archie Gray.
Yeah.
I look like a fucking billiard ball. Don't worry about all that.
Put it this way, I think I could have played better than Celeste tonight.
I thought he was absolutely terrible today. He just kept giving away stupid fouls in
Yeah.
the areas again. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, you don't need to do it.
Yeah.
He's got his back to goal, 30 yards away from Kinski. Don't give away a foul. Just hold him up. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it was frustrating. And then the referee got frustrated with him and booked him.
Oliver.
He's just slowing the game down. Anyways, Lee, what's your analysis of the game? Sorry.
I'm fuming, mate. To be honest, I was sitting there in a bit of disbelief. I don't know. It was just so disjointed. There was no fight, no cohesion. I just get fed up with just looking at Richarlison, Tell.
We were that bad, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I know guys are trying to get Mikey Moore on side, but he's not ready for the level. I'm sorry, he's not. Bless him. He only scored what, was it 7 goals in 42 games for Rangers in the SPL? That says it all. And we're starting with Mikey Moore on the right hand side up front.
Because we've got no one else.
That's the thing. I mean, you know, we tried to sort out the back and the midfield. I mean, did Tonali play tonight, by the way?
He was out there
On his own, though.
on his own.
That's the thing. And then, like I said earlier, you've got players like Maddison, Fernandes, and that on the bench. If they're fit enough for the bench, they're fit enough to start. But I must caveat that when Maddison came on, it was when he came back from injury at the back end of last season, he's scared. He is scared to put a foot in. I think he's worried about another injury, and that's why I don't think De Zerbi gave him the captaincy, because I think he's got another injury in him, because he's frightened to stick his foot in in a 50-50.
Well, it's pride.
But that's my take.
He came on the 68th minute. The game was over on the 49th when they got the third.
Yeah,
goal.
pointless.
So you're looking, you think, okay, subs, just get us to the finishing line, and we'll have to take it on the chin, and defeat on the chin. You know?
Yeah, but it was too late for all the subs. I mean, what did Fernandes come on? Did he come on at half time, or was it just shortly after?
Half time, wasn't it? With Bentancur, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, they came on the 46th minute.
But even Bentancur looked lost. Normally, you look at Bentancur for a bit of composure. He can take the ball on the half turn from the centre halves, but the centre halves weren't giving it to him. Senesi and Van Hecker looked like they've never met each other.
Like two strangers, didn't they? Well, but it's the first time they've played together, isn't it? Really, for the team.
Yeah, but then everyone's bigging up Matisse Taylor. He's had such a great pre-season. He ain't good enough, man. I'm sorry. He's so lightweight. He really, he does a business against a Hoffenheim B team, Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's great. He's going to be great. He's got great potential." I'm sorry, but he ain't good enough, man.
Savinho comes,
don't cut it.
he won't be playing Tell, will he? Savinho comes in, he'll be on the left instead of Tell. He'll be dropped straight away.
But who says Savinho's gonna pull up trees? I know he's worth like 85 million quid, but he scored one Premier League goal last season.
But pre-season, Savinho looked very good under Maresca. But
I know, but
Maresca turned around and said, the first day I come, Savinho came to me and said, I want to leave this football club. Well, no, but he played very well in pre-season. I went and watched the clips, but he's playing on the right, not on the left. He's left-footed, right?
Yeah, I
But
saw
he's
that.
playing on the right. And I'm
But to
thinking, well, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't play on the left because you can get up there, you can stretch the width of the pitch on the left. You can actually get crosses in that curl away from the keeper instead of someone inverting and coming in the penalty area. But then you've got, he may play him on the right. He may, and keep Tell there, right?
Did you see his highlights against Inter, Adrian? Because I don't think they were very good at all.
But
he's technically superb. My only issue with Savinho is goals. It's my only
to caveat that, Adrian.
Well, that's what we need. This is what we need. If we're not going to play a number 9, we've got to have goals from the wings and from the midfield.
We're not going to get goals from Savinho, are we? Savinho
No, you're not. Exactly. But caveat, like I know you said, like Savinho had a good pre-season. Mikey Moore had a great pre-season, but he can't do it. He just in the Prem, he cannot do it. He had 2 good chances tonight, and it was like a powder puff shot straight at Kelleher.
Yeah, he did. He had 3 chances, and at least 2 of them he should have put away. That was a decent player on the right. He would have put it away with a decent player there.
If you've got a God's sake, if that's a Harry Kane, bloody hell, it's in the bottom. It's in the bottom corner 2 out of 2 times.
He tried to nutmeg the keeper, didn't he? That's what he tried to do, and it didn't happen.
But at that level, you don't get that many clear-cut chances. At that level, you have to take every single chance, and Mikey Moore can't do it. He's not ready. He had a good pre-season, but he can't do it, man. He just.
What was Tell's free kick about as well?
Shocking! I know.
Dreadful.
Because he scored one in pre-season. It was a worldie, wasn't it? It was a great one.
Against City,
in pre-season, wasn't it? When the pressure was off.
The pressure, no pressure. This is what I mean.
No
they can't
pressure.
play under pressure.
No pressure.
This is what I'm saying.
Pressure. But we need to sort this forward line out by before we play Newcastle. We're going to have at least 2 or 3 new players in up front for the Newcastle game. We can't go with what we got next week.
But say it.
I think he signed today.
Savinho.
Savinho,
yeah, sorry, boys. I'm a little bit worried about this Mamouche thing. If they said they're holding back Man City to see how it goes tomorrow. If anybody gets injured up front for City tomorrow, they may pull the plug on it.
Well, that deal is very
at the moment, Adrian. But if say Haaland gets injured or somebody else up front gets injured, they'll pull the plug.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Mamouche or Savinho, they're not going to stop you leaking 3 goals at the back. That's what worries me. The goals that they scored, they cut through us like a knife through butter. And that was
the first 2 goals were dreadful.
They were all through the midfield. The 1-2 was Virgo lost it with Charlie. But it was so easy, guys. So easy how they scored their 3 goals. It was worrying.
But when you've got better forwards,
exactly,
you defend from the front. You hold the ball up much better, and like Savinho is technically superb. He is. My concern is lack of goals, but he scored quite a few at Girona. He hasn't had really the run at City. He run of games, which players need. He's such an upgrade for us because all we've got at the moment is Tell. Odegaard's out. So we've only got.
He might be an upgrade, Adrian, but we need players around him as well that have got confidence. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
At the moment, we ain't. Do you know what I mean?
It's like our corners. Did you see us defending from corners? Every ball went to the back post, and Brentford won it. It was all at the back post.
We didn't win a header.
Whoever was at the back. We were awful defending from corners tonight. It was shocking.
I totally agree.
Well, they won. They were just much better drilled. They won all the drills. They won the first ball. If they didn't win the first ball, they made sure they won the second one.
That's right, Dave. But as soon as they went 2 up, the game was over.
Yeah.
It was over at 2-0 for definite.
That was on 33 minutes too.
That was over then, Adrian.
Yeah.
With Richarlison, Tell, and Mikey Moore up front, they weren't going to get us back in it, were they?
That's
No.
the thing. When did anyone get off their seat?
No.
For Tottenham going forward?
No.
No.
Never. They're still playing now. They wouldn't have scored.
No.
There was
The thing
nothing.
is, they run, like I said, they run up the wing and then they looked round. There was no one in the box. So
No,
when they
well,
done,
there
they're passing
wasn't.
backwards.
Robertson
Yeah,
was trying to put a few balls in, but there's nothing. There's no
There's
focal
nothing
point. I
in
mean,
there.
Delaney tries to come on. He's been
please,
injured for ages.
Delaney and Richardson have to go. Come on. I
Yeah.
don't want them there anymore. They have to
They
go.
won't go. Yeah, but you can't. The problem is because we're still in the process of upgrading the squad.
Yeah,
we
okay.
can't get rid of Solanke because he's homegrown. We've only got 7.
Yeah, that's the problem. I get that.
And we've got 17 foreign quota players. That includes 2 injured players in Wilson Odobert and
He
Jefferson.
won't be back for a while.
Right. Okay. So you could go into the season and not register them after transfer window closes. But if you bring in Savinho and Marmoush, you've now
Right.
got 19 foreign grown players, which
Yeah.
means you can get rid of, right, 2 in the squad. Now, we all think the first 2 are going to be Richie and Sarr. Then it's the
Yeah.
question, if you have to get rid of a third player, it's either got to be Bentancur or Bergvall.
I think
No.
Bergvall, yeah.
He said-
Well,
yeah, I know, but the point is, De Zerbi's already said he's keeping Bergvall 100%. So
But
then,
why?
if you bring in Gakpo, right, you've got to get rid of Bentancur, right? You've then got to get rid of Bentancur. We got 7 homegrown. I mean, like, I'll read them out.
But we are very congested in the midfield.
Yeah,
no.
we've got 9 midfielders, right?
We are very congested in the midfield. But looking at Conor Gallagher tonight,
oh, he was dreadful.
but why would you? But the thing is, again, this is down on De Zerbi. Why would you play Conor Gallagher as a number 10?
Should have done, like Adrian said, he should have played Birdman
Yeah.
there and have Gallagher and Tonali in the double pivot.
Exactly. Or just look, Fernandez is on the bench. If Fernandez is fit enough for the bench, he's fit enough to start, man. This is what I don't get with these. Honestly, I think 75% of this tonight is on Roberto De Zerbi. I'm sorry. I think he absolutely he nosed it up tonight, big time.
He got it
100%.
totally wrong. I've put the 7 homegrown in the link. We can't afford to sell any of these, right? And Solanke, like, these are the 7. Austin, all right, goalkeeper. Madison, Gallagher, yeah. Solanke, Danso, Davis, and Dane Scarlett.
Well,
We
Scarlett
really
will
need
go.
eight.
Scarlett will go, won't he?
No, see, I
Then
think
you're down to 6, and you see, everyone you take off takes 1 off your 17. If you only got 7, then
Yeah.
you have 16 foreign quota, right?
Yeah.
So this affects us because, like, this is because of our shit recruitment. in
It's
the
a
past.
recruitment, yeah.
And look, we're not alone in Europe. Every virtually top the elite Premier League teams that are in Europe, they've all got this issue with homegrown, right? But it's not super critical in Europe because 24 hours before any game in Europe, you can field as many under 21s as you want. It doesn't have to be all the same under 21s on that list, right? As long as it's 24 hours before the game and you list them for UEFA. So you can make up the numbers with under 21s, right? So in the Premier League, though, but we really need to get this balance right. We really need to get 8 homegrown. So unless we go and get in January a homegrown right back, for example, you know, as we know, but at the moment, the way it is, if we
We sold Jed Spence, so there goes one.
There goes one, exactly. But he wanted guaranteed game time. Well, you're a cocky cunt, then you're not getting it. Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
So like, yeah. So, and if we only got 7, and we bring another foreign player in like Gakpo, we got to get rid of 4. So then you're talking about getting Richie, Sarr, Bergvall, and Bentancur out of the club.
Yeah.
Or you
In
don't
a
register,
week.
or
Just over a week, yeah.
or you don't register the player. If you remember, we were in Europe last time. Odobert got in the European squad at the expense of Tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he got the ACL and we brought Tell back in.
And Kinski was left out of the squad for Austin because we had Vicara and Austin. And Kinski wasn't in the European squad, right? That's because we didn't have the balance right. So when you see all these links in like all the low tier media and News Now and all that, linking us with foreign players, just dismiss it.
Yeah.
Because this homegrown issue. You could ignore them all. I don't care if it's like that. I don't care who it is, right? You know, I think we'll go for Gakpo, and actually we'll have a bit of leverage now because we're getting Marmoush and Savinho in. We're not that desperate to. Although Gakpo's got better assists and goals than those two players, we're not that. We can't be. Won't be held to ransom with Liverpool. There are other wingers out there we can go and get.
Who's that? Who could we get? Who could we get then, Adrian? If we don't get Gakpo, who could we get?
Well, I like Azazulu at Real Betis. Aside of Marla in Germany,
He signed a new contract. Marley signed a new contract.
Yeah, but if you're offering money, mate, they sell, right? Especially the money we've been paying. Then you've got Nusa, who played for Norway. You got the other winger for Norway. I thought was better in the World Cup.
Yeah, that's gone quiet. That one's gone quiet, hasn't it? That other guy who scored against England. It's gone very quiet on that one.
Historically, Nusa failed a medical at Brentford. So he must be over it.
I think he turned us down for Brentford, didn't he? He turned us down for Brentford, didn't he? He didn't want to come to Spurs. He didn't want to get more game time at Brentford.
Guys, Rudy Galletti's just said that Nottingham Forest are just going in for Thiago. You take him, wouldn't you, Thiago?
Brentford's
Not on
Thiago.
penalties.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, last year when he got him 20 goals, whatever, 8 of them were penalties. So right down.
No, we don't get penalties then.
No, I'm not taking him because we don't need him if we're getting Savinho and Marmoush.
But
this list you've put
What are
here
we on about?
of the homegrown.
Striker?
Hang on. This list for the homegrown is this. You've not included Moore because he's going out on loan.
He's going out. Moore's going to go out on loan.
Moore's got to go. Yeah, yes.
Hang on.
He's under 21, so you don't have to add him.
One minute. We're saying, right, if Richarlison goes, yeah, we've got Solanke, yeah, and we're getting Marmoush. Okay, we're getting Marmoush.
Just in the foreign quota.
What are we going to do if Solanke goes down? Do you know what I mean?
He will do.
Well, we've got Scarlett.
Well, you know. Oh, come on.
No, he's not the answer.
No, you need Thiago then, don't you?
I don't think we'll get rid of Scarlett because we need him as part of the homegrown.
This is our problem. We always say, we got one player in a position. Yeah, why don't we get 2 players in a bloody position that are good enough to take?
Scarlett's been around for years. Right. Scarlett's been here for it feels like he's been here for a decade.
He's 21 now, right? I watched him as a 17-year-old. I posted the foreign quota in the comments section. These are our foreign players, right?
Yeah.
And that's without Savinho and
we shouldn't even be doing this about these foreign.
I know, but the point is, it's all us complaining, but we can only do so much in the window. We've brought in what? 7?
It's going to take a few windows to sort all this out.
If we bring in the other 2 in, right? How many players we brought in this window? 9.
About 9.
It's our best ever window in history.
Going.
Don't want another one like it, because if we have another window like this, it shows that we're back in the shit again. So I have to want to bring in 9 players, and we're probably going to bring 10 in, which is our best ever window. Now, to a lot of fans, I mean, I think what we've done already, I think is fantastic, but results like this aren't encouraging today.
No.
The thing that worries,
go on.
Sorry, the thing that really worries me, right? Numerically, yeah, it's a great window. We spent the money, we've got the players, we've got Premier League proven players. I know we didn't have our starting 11 today, but the way Brentford cut us open in midfield was worrying, and that was with Tonali playing as well.
Yeah, he was on his own, Lee. He was on his own.
I don't care. I honestly, they cut us open like a knife through butter through that midfield. Their first and second goal, it was a joke. It was embarrassing watching that. They should have been 4-5-0 up for the same pattern of play.
I agree, Lee.
And this is Keith Andrews. He's a rookie manager.
Well, he's done a good job. I think he's done a better job than Frank.
Well, Frank. No, regards him, he was crap. I hated him. Hated him.
Yeah.
But De Zerbi, you think he's a bit of a seasoned manager. Done the Prem, right? He went to Marseille, whatever. He's been around the block a bit, but I think Andrews done him tonight, mate. Big time.
3-0.
Yeah, he got tactically quite right, and he was at Shakhtar Donetsk as well.
Yeah, beg your pardon, yes.
But he won the cup there, I think. I'm not sure if he won the league there.
But honestly, through our midfield was non-existent tonight. I mean, I forgot tonight was playing.
It's like watching them from last season, the midfield.
That's what I mean, Dad. That's what worries the hell out of me. We still had, 4 or 5 new signings on the pitch, and it worries the life out of me. They're like strangers.
So what he
Everyone's
did,
saying, oh, yeah, pre-season's great. Mikey Moore, wow, yeah, great. Oh, fuck off, excuse my French.
so what he did, he brought on the 46th minute, he brings on Fernandes and Bentancur. You know, if they could come on, then they should have started.
Exactly. That should have
That's
started.
what I mean. Yeah.
Just stiffen it up a bit, especially when you've come out in your press conference and admit, well, Tonali's not quite ready and fit yet. Senesi aren't quite. Hang about. You're saying they're not fit, and you're now hoping that you'll stick Bergvall alongside Tonali. He didn't help Tonali at all.
No, made it worse.
He plays for himself, Bergvall, basically. He's got no discipline, you know. So the talent's there, but it's just all over the show. He's just all over the show. I mean, he does progress the ball. He does get up the pitch, but he does give the ball away as well, doesn't he? Right?
Oh,
he looks good when he's going forward. Where's the end product?
There isn't. There's none. He hasn't got any. He hasn't got any. So, looking at the team we've got, if everybody was fit today, who would have been in the team today? We'd have had Porro at right back, Van der Ven at centre half, probably alongside Van Heck.
Yeah.
Who would have been our midfield? Sorry,
Doggy would play left back.
Your doggy at left back.
You have Tonali and Fernandes and Maddison in the 10.
Okay, and up front, Kudus would have played. Kudus would have been somewhere.
Yeah.
So we would have had about half a dozen players in.
Becky was fit; he'd start because
he would have started. Udogie probably would have started. Porro definitely would have started.
But what's the point of bringing the doggy on in the 89th minute?
How do I know?
86, I think. Yeah,
86. I don't know.
What's the point? You're 3-0 down. You lost the game, and you know he's made of glass.
But there's about 6 players that would have been playing if they're all fit today, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I must admit, I was very disappointed with Maddison.
Yeah, but he hasn't played league. He's been out for a long time.
Yeah, but no, it was his persona. When he took the captain's armband off Archie Gray, he looked, I don't know, he just gave me that vibe. That
you think?
I don't know, he just gave me that stinker vibe. He should have been captain. That's the kind of vibe that he gives me.
We've got to get it right for Newcastle. We can't afford to lose against Newcastle next week. We'll have 0 out of 6. We've got to beat Newcastle next week. I don't care how we do it. We've got to beat Newcastle next week and get back on track and quickly.
Well, we need to get the signing.
We can't afford to draw or lose next week. We've got to get a win and forget about this one quickly, this game today. Got to put it to bed quickly.
I'm hoping De Zerbi has seen what we're capable of.
I'm sure we'll have a couple of new strikers in for the Newcastle game. Well, Savinho will definitely be there, plus hopefully Mamouche. Unless, God forbid, Haaland gets cropped tomorrow, somebody else and they pull the plug on it. That's what I'm worried about.
And the reason you keep Solanke is because he got 19 goals and 8 assists. Hold on, he's not. I've seen so many strikers better. But he's got a 27 GA in 60 appearances. It's not as bad as the harsh criticism.
Not as bad as it make people make out to be. I get that.
It's about 2.5 GA, which is good. Actually, it's good.
I've always backed Solanke. I've always backed him.
I'm going to bring another couple of players up that take criticism. What gets me with fans is they don't do any research. And everyone knows I'm a research nut, right? But even this guy, all right, made of glass, right? And because we haven't got goals in the team, this is what you've got to keep players that give you goals. Now take this guy, Maddison, right? We know he's injury prone. Right, but he's got 16 goals and 18 assists. That's 34 in 78 appearances. That's almost 1 in 2.
That's good. Very good.
I mean, that is good. If you're not a Maddison fan, I get it. If you think he's injured, I get it. But we cannot afford to get rid of players that score goals, right?
We can't.
I'll add to that, Adrian, as well. Not all of them were starts. Because remember, he's had injuries with us as well, and he's came back and been built up, and do you know what I mean? So that's actually good out. That's not bad output.
He had a lot of injuries at Leicester. He had a lot of injuries at Leicester.
And I'll bring this guy up. Actually, he's my favourite player at the club, believe it or not. Let's hope he comes back fit, right? And he takes loads of stick there, or he's slow, or this, that, and the other, right? And don't come up double for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, like Kulusevski, right? 25 goals, 26 assists in 140. That's a 1 in 3 GA for a wide player. If you don't want this player in your team, well, up to you, but you're not seeing what I see. And these stats are critical. And
but he's
goals. He holds the ball up and gets you across the line when you see a game out. If you don't like him, anyone don't like him.
I like him. I get it, Adrian. I do like Kulusevski. I think he's a very good player, but he's had a very, very bad injury. And who's to say, what he's going to be like when he comes back? He's not going to be the same player, is he?
End of September. I mean, he's running, he's shooting with both feet. He was hitting the ball hard, but he's like in the past. You've got to test him in the heat of the pitch when he takes a couple of tackles, see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. We just don't know what we're going to get, do we, when he comes back?
Well, he's been out of 15 months, over 15 months.
Yeah, I know. That's what I know.
He's only been out over 7 months. So, and he looks close. He does look close. But Decky looks close as well. But like I said, you've got to get on the pitch and you've got to get right here. You've got to make your passes. Your decision making's got to come good, and that only sharpens with game time, not on the training ground. So
if Kulu was fit, you'd have him in the team each week, would you? Every week you'd play him. If he was a fully fit, you'd have him in, one of your first players in the team.
Yeah, he would be, because he played over 40 games. He's a tank, right?
So where would you play him?
I'd play him on the right. I'd still play him on the right. Him and Kudus could compete for that, or you could move Kudus over to the left. He didn't want to play on the left at West Ham, did he?
No, that's right.
Zerbi reckons he can play in the 10. Well, I'd play him there instead of Gallagher.
Definitely play Kudus instead of Gallagher in the number 10. Most definitely.
I mean, when everyone's fit, if everyone's fit.
Excluding
Xavi and Wilson Odobert for a moment, but.
And if we get these strikers in, Mamu, Savinho, and Gakpo, and everybody, and all the others like Xavi Simmons comes back, we'll have a very good team, a very, very good team.
So what if some maybes?
It's all ifs, buts, and maybes. It's not going to be like that. We're not going to have everybody, I
mean, imagine if today you had Kudus, Odobert, Xavi Simmons as part of the bench, a part of the 9 on the bench, right?
That'd be lovely, but we ain't. It's all ifs, buts,
and maybes. It's not going to be like that. I wish it was, but it's not.
They're the same ifs, bits, and maybes that other fans come up to me and turn around and say, but Maddison's got to get injured. Well, you don't know that. Cooley's not coming back, but you don't know that.
No, he's likely. He's more likely to get injured, isn't he?
Is everyone happy? Is everyone happy with Kinski?
No, not today.
That second goal.
He could have done better with one of them, but hang about. Let's look at the phase where, he ends up conceding the goal with the players in front of him. I mean, he does. The guy had a tap in, didn't he? Past him, no fault there.
Yeah.
The shot through the crowd of players, he did well to parry it, but he should have pushed it to the side.
Yeah.
He should have pushed it to the side.
Yeah.
He obviously couldn't. They talked to do it, so obviously for some reason he couldn't do it. So I ain't knocking him when everyone's been shit. I'm looking at like the way we just.
It was just a hospital ball out to Richarlison. I really don't like that ball out into like midfield when you got Richarlison who can't hold anything up.
Yeah, he lost.
And then that's where they got this. Was it the second goal from?
In the second goal, Richarlison and Bergvall both lost it.
Bergvall made the tackle.
Bergvall's done that. Bergvall's done that so many times, losing the ball round the back, then they've scored from it. Bergvall, no, I'm sorry, he's got to go.
Yeah,
got to go, Bergvall.
I would on today's performance. I mean, like. It's easy to run out of patience as a Spurs fan because we had two seasons, 17 place finishes. But I would keep Bentancur and get rid of Bergvall. I would.
Yeah, I would.
Sar's been told he can go.
Good. Well, Sar's
will go. I think as soon as Marmoush is over the line, even if it's cut price to Everton, just get him out.
I
We've had
would,
him for 2 years, so-
definitely. 20 million, he can go.
Yeah,
Is,
I mean, the rumours were they wanted 35 for him, but
No, not going to get that for him, Adrian.
no, that we'd take 25.
I'll take
And
25.
the reason, it's not a question of what we value the players at; it's a question of market
I'd
forces. There are no strikers out there, so if you're
I'd take
Everton,
2 packets of lager and a packet of crisp, I would.
yeah, that's fun. That's funny,
Yeah, I know.
but it's not being realistic because in
No,
the
20
strikers
million, I
market,
reckon.
there aren't any number 9s. If you're a Coventry or a Hull City, you know, even a Bournemouth or a Brighton or whatever, or an Everton,
Everton,
you'd pay 35 for a Charleston.
yeah.
Because if he's going to get you 11 goals and keep you up,
That's
right,
right. You're
rather
dying,
than
yeah.
lose 150, 160.
I
minutes of
agree. I totally agree. I totally agree, Adrian, on that one.
That's
If
we can
he's,
get
you
better.
know,
But I think we'd take 20, 25 from just.
I would.
And the reason we're going to do it because we want to ship them out because we've got
Yeah.
the foreign quota issue. If not, we'd have got more for these players. Sarr will go for probably 15, 20 mil to Galatasaray, right? They're the only team in for him. Brentford were in for him, right? He's a Brentford type player, Sarr, the way
Yeah.
they have energy in midfield. So you'd get more for him there.
What's happened to Mikatatsi? Is he still about? Is he available still?
No, we won't. But he ain't coming to us now. We've got our eggs into one basket with Marmoush. Anyways, let me come on to this comment quickly. Conte's catch-up. We're still mid-table team unless we get an Osman-type striker. Right.
Name the strikers, Conte's catch-up. Then name the strikers you'd bring in because I struggle. Marmoush, I wanted Osman. After that, it would have been Marmoush. After that, I just can't. There's no one proven out there, mate.
Right.
What's happening to Osman then? What's happening to Osman then?
Let me just literally put this one to bed. Right.
Fernando Torres.
Galatasaray's president came out publicly in a press conference the other day and said he is not for sale at any price, and he's warned off all clubs coming in for him. Osman's happy with he's happy with his life, he's happy with his wage in Turkey, and there we go. Just we've got the links were there, but to me that was just ITK after ITK just leaking, reporting utter irrelevance. Tottenham were never ever going to get Victor Osimhen. His way we were to be on. He's on 375 a week, tax free for Galatasaray. We were to match that. We'd have to pay. Well, you get 50% tax over here, so we'd have to pay
$500,000
or borderline 800 grand a week to take home what he's saying. He's not coming. No, and imagine the uproar it would have caused around the squad.
Yeah, Conte's catch-up. I liked Vlahovic, but he's gone to Besiktas in Turkey, right?
Yeah.
So he's gone, and the Georgian striker, you don't get his name. If it.
Mikatatsi.
Trasoldi, I quite like. I watched a lot of Brazil scout videos. I looked at Trasoldi, thought he looks decent, unproven as a number 9. There's that guy who's got a great name, sounds like a banger, Fisnik. I think he's the striker. Is it? Hoffenheim, I think. I think it's a striker.
As a focal point, number 9. Not going out there, but you know, someone like Mateta.
That's a rumoured link, but
I know it's
if I had to pick an out-and-out 9 who I think could do a really good job in the Premier League would be Serhou Guirassy from Dortmund.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Physical.
He's about 30 now, 30, 31.
31.
But I'd love a striker that's a bit different. You know, he will occupy the centre halves, where you can start to, if you've got a big striker like Mateta, you can start occupying the centre halves, and then you've got people like maybe Savinho, Marmoush, Kudus, whoever to come in and.
Jackson. If Krupi wouldn't have got injured, he would have been a Spurs player.
Oh my God!
I would have taken him all day long. I would have taken him all day long.
It's such a Spursy bloody thing to do, isn't it? If he weren't injured, he would have played today for Tottenham. That's what pisses me off.
Garassi's better than Solanke, and he's better than
Oh.
Tell, and he's better than
He's
the
at
other
Dortmund
idiot
now.
as well.
And you know, because he went from,
Solanke's he's such a conundrum because when he first joined, if you remember, I think it was remember we played Man United in the Carabao Cup? Was it the quarters when Sonny scored the corner?
Yeah, from the corner. Yeah.
And Solanke tore Man United apart, and he could do that on his good day.
he gave
And then-
Gabriel a
but-
nightmare as well when we beat them.
Yes, exactly. But if he weren't made of bloody glass,
Hang on, what?
Yeah, but let's go on the injury thing for a second, right? He's had the
What?
repetitive sort of ankle stuff.
I
In his
can't.
first season, when Brennan Johnson scored them 18 goals, Solanke
Can
got
hear it.
15.
yeah.
Mine.
Eight in the league and 7 in cut in the other comps. He got 15 goals. His strike rate, which are part of it, isn't bad when he's fit. Now,
When he's fit. When he's fit.
Yeah,
but
the
it's not
opposite word, when.
it's not like he's been injured for 5 consecutive seasons or something. There's a bit like the rhetoric's been ramped up around him in this injury.
But if you look at that, we sold Brennan Johnson to Palace when he was off the back of being our top goal scorer for a season.
Yeah, 18 goals.
And that's mad. And now he's like, he's gone to Everton on a swap.
Yeah.
So this is how we have deteriorated from Son and Kane to Brennan Johnson going from Palace to Everton. This is how much we have really gone backwards in the striking department.
Yeah, I wanted to
Wait.
keep Son for another season just because he's got a pilot striker, right? He's got America out of that league. He smashed loads of goals out there, but that doesn't really prove anything. But at least with Sonny up there, he's got the goal. He still, even if he's losing a yard of pace or whatever, he weren't slow, and he would still scored us goals. I mean, and then to sell him without bringing in a replacement as well.
Well,
Awful.
that's down to Lang, innit? That was all down to Lang.
We
wasn't it?
haven't
Same with Johnson.
we
Same with
haven't
Johnson, not
replaced
getting
Son
a
or
replacement.
Kane. And let's be
Well,
honest,
you're
it's
not going to get anybody like them two, are you?
no, never again. You're not. They like Kane. He was like a bit of an anomaly. He came from he come from like the academy kind of. What he went to Leighton Orient, Millwall, Leicester,
And all that lot.
Yeah.
and all that lot, and then he just hit the ground running. And Sonny, I don't know, Sonny, he wasn't expensive from Leverkusen, was he? And he was a bit of a punt.
23 million or something.
16 to
Exactly.
22.
And Pochettino turned him into an absolute worldie.
After his first season at Spurs, he wanted to leave.
Yeah, I know. That's what I
Yes.
remember.
He did.
He wanted to go.
Look at and then what happened tactically, you'd have seen this. Whereas Dele Alli was always playing off Kane and playing close tight to him, you then had Son doing that, and you noticed that Dele Alli was pushed out to the left, which is what they did. Remember, he was lying on the ground. He put that ball for away at West Ham when we won 3-2, and we
That's
scored.
it. Yeah.
Right on the left. He started now being more out on the left. He would drift around Dele Alli, but like Sonny was like, to me, I think Pot just tweaked this squad to suit Son. But the desk was good because you had D for Dele, E for Eriksen, S for Son, Kane. The desk was good. We haven't got that now. We haven't got that goals. In this.
No.
We don't even know where the goals are going to come from, the forward line. That's why I'm confident under De Zerbi ball that Savini will get goals, Mamouche will get goals. Because he moved through the middle at Frankfurt, Mamouche, with
He was excellent at Frankfurt.
with Etitiki.
Yeah, the Liverpool player.
Oh, Ekitike, yeah.
Right. So he played.
Yeah.
They played through the middle there. So I think if he comes, he can play on the left again. So if you get Savino, you got two can play on the left, but Mamouche can play through the middle, and he'll suit De Zerbi ball. And it's good to have a different option in Solanke, a different style, because a young Ollie Watkins type of player would really suit De Zerbi ball, getting in behind, right?
A young Ollie Watkins, you'd be a good fit.
I know, but Ollie Watkins is on about he's going to Saudi Arabia.
He's in his 30s now, Lee.
And he
But I'll
misses.
take him. I'll take him over
He's not as good
Solanke
as
and
he used to be.
Richarlison.
It's not as good as he used to be, Watkins.
But would you take him over Solanke and Richarlison?
I would take him over Richarlison. I wouldn't take him over Solanke because we need.
I know Solanke's a bit of a. I do like Solanke if he's fit and he's on his game.
But
because the run up to the Europa League run, Solanke was fantastic. The whole entire competition.
I mean, otherwise you end up in a situation like, well, we had all these midfielders, but they're all very similar. What you don't want with strikers, you want a bit of variation in them. So Solanke's totally opposite of what Omar Mamouche is, right? He's different. You know, Mido wanted us to take Mamouche.
Yeah, when he was at Frankfurt.
Yeah. But that was when we weren't spending money, and now we've gone mental. You know,
So how many players do you reckon we'll get in before the transfer window closes? And how many do you reckon we'll let out?
Because we right back, I'll have to wait. I can see 3 going out. I see Richie Saar going out.
Yeah.
And it might even be Bentancur, right?
If
he's insistent on keeping Bergvall, but if he's not, it'd be Richie Saar and Bergvall.
Yeah.
But definitely Richie and Saar will go. Mamouche will come in, be announced Monday. Vino was supposed
to. Like I said, Adrian, I'm worried about even if he gets cropped tomorrow for Man City.
What if he plays? Haaland injured?
No, if Haaland gets injured or somebody else gets injured, who plays like up front or whatever, they may pull the plug on him.
They got one of them got a slight injury. Was it Semenyo or Doku?
Doku, couple of weeks. 2 weeks. He's out for a couple of weeks.
But then that'll be music to the ears of one of the players at City I really love in Foden. I mean, he's
Foden's a good player.
Rangers hasn't gone yet.
I'll take Foden in a heartbeat.
They took a Monga from Leicester, the winger as well, right? I mean, and then
they've got Semenyo and Cherki as well.
They've got Cherki as well, right?
He's a good player.
I mean, all this talk now has come to light, isn't it? About City are waiting to get someone in before. No, it wasn't. It was because Spurs were trying to do a double deal. And this is why it will go through, because they were doing the deal for Savinho and they were doing the deal for Marmouche. And I think we may have paid a bit more for Savinho, so it's like they don't have to give no money to Frankfurt for Marmouche. If that's true or not, I don't know. It might be bollocks, right? But I don't care as long as we get the player. So Savinho should have signed today. Probably might be declared tomorrow, unless they want to declare him on Monday with Marmouche.
Yeah,
because I think that Marmouche deal will get done. Worst ways, medical and registration and work permit, because you've got to get work permits for these players as well, even though got them already.
Yeah. That'll
all get done. And hopefully both of them will be available for Charlton, because that would be a good game to blood them.
But what worries me, I think there was a guy that put a comment up, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 comments ago, saying we can't defend set pieces. Now, if you stick Van de Ven in the mix instead of Senesi,
he can't head a ball.
Van de Ven's not great in the air.
No, he's not.
And every single corner that Brentford took was always to the back post, and the back post was free. That was really worrying. They could have scored I think they could have got a couple of goals in the first half.
Yeah, Van Heck's decent.
No, but the thing is with Van Heck, he's a hard guy.
Yeah,
he'll stick his head anywhere. But tonight, I don't know. All the top, they just look nervous tonight. Like first Prem game, new club, this, that, the other. But they look really nervous. They look really off of what they're capable of, and that was quite worrying, especially from set pieces. Spurs, they were awful tonight defending corners.
They were.
Come back on this comment quickly. Marky Moore was our best goal threat. He was our only goal threat today.
Yeah.
Your only goal threat, you're right.
Only goal threat. He had 2 shots, 2 on target.
Three, Dave, didn't he?
Yeah. But the first one, he just that instep one coming across you like that.
Yeah.
They're hard to put in a corner. So my opinion is you go across you just put your foot through it. Top of the left is put a bit of spin on it, so it just curves into the other corner.
The one that Keller saved was more of an instinct.
Yeah, that was
his arms out. I mean, Mikey Moore, you could see his slight frustration. Oh shit, I should have scored or whatever. Or goalkeeper got that one. It's horrible for a striker when the goalie makes a worldie save.
He's not been given a chance though. Conte's catch.
No, he'll go out to Cone as soon as we get to and all that.
It'll be a Cone play next week.
Unless De Zerbi has the final say. If we've agreed the deal, we should honour the deal. But De Zerbi has the final say, and he'll know. He's been coy about the recovery rates of Kudus and Kulusevski, so he'll know what he's got to deal with. I mean, we're not cooked. We're not ready for the Premier League at the moment, though. We're not. Not if he's saying these players are unfit, and the ones on the bench are carrying little bits. I mean, the injury rate has improved a lot, but it's like now it's a question of fitness, isn't it? Sharpness, and you only get that by playing games. So,
Yeah.
I was very disappointed with Tell tonight.
Yeah, I was disappointed with Tell.
But what do you expect from him?
But again, you've got all the confidence. You got all the confidence in pre-season.
Yeah.
I know you're not playing. You're not playing against your opposition.
He's it's under pressure.
Yeah, but it shouldn't matter. Like, you can be whatever right back you want to be. If you've got the confidence, you'll beat anyone. If all of a sudden, like, oh shit, it's a Premier League game.
I'd rather have him being on the bench than starting if there's somebody better than him.
and more,
If Savino comes in, Savino starts down the left.
That's another story. They've got to get Savino holding up the shirt, yeah.
Moore was 19 last week. It's not like he's 21 and demanding a place or a transfer, so he can go out on loan.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's quite mature, isn't he? He's got quite a mature head.
Yeah.
That's maybe one thing that he's got.
No, he lacks composure, like young players do. When he gets in front of the goal, you've seen a few blasts. He scored a nice volley, like Ricochet against Man United at home, didn't he? You know, scored that, got it in him. You know, but
you know, he's got a great free kick against Sydney, and then he takes one tonight and he totally fluffs it.
Yeah, but it's what you get with young players. Their decision making is not great, and he's gonna that composure that comes with experience as well. He can finish. You watch him with French under 21, superb, right?
Yeah,
But and playing through the middle. I mean, fans didn't want him to go, but he wasn't going to put Kane out.
What Tottenham, they've always had a good balance of experience and youth. Always, like if you think about back to the Poch days, they've always had a great balance of youth and experience. But I don't know. At the minute, it seems. Are we going a bit gun ho with all these, these massive money signings? I don't know. Until the season really starts, when the transfer window's over, time will tell, won't it?
Right, I'm going to move on to the final segment for about 10, maybe 15 minutes. I'm going to call it a day after that. I'll ask you all individually. Who do you think we're going to be bringing in and letting go in the last, 9 days left open with the window? Tuesday week, it closes.
Okay, if I can go quickly
we'll start with outgoings. We'll start out with outgoings. Who do you think's going? Me personally, I think Sarr is written in the stars.
Yeah.
He's told he's a plus to requirements. I pray Richie is kicked his last ball for Spurs today with the incoming of potentially Marmoush. They're my two outgoings, but I've got a funny feeling Gakpo's still lingering in the background. So, but anyways, who do you boys think's going?
Well, Sarr, if I can go, Dave, Sarr will go. I think Richarlison will go to Everton. And I think they'll ship Bergville off. And to come in, all being well, Savino should be done.
It's done.
Yeah, Savino's done it past his medical.
Okay, well, Savino's in. Okay, he's in. Okay, he's through the door. Pray to God nothing goes Pete on with Marmoush, so hopefully he'll come in. Hopefully Gakpo will come in. And then it'd be nice, like I said, depending who we can maybe ship off somebody else and get another right back in. If we can sort out, what we need to sort out by getting somebody out so we can get the other one in.
Well, on the right back issue,
Yeah,
we've got the option of playing Malachi Hardy there or Junai Byfield.
I bet you won't. That's
Well-
the option. I get that, but I don't. I bet you we don't.
He'll probably want Gray to keep playing there
No,
against.
we can't do that, Adrian. He can't do it up against the
Well,
top.
some-
Up against the top left winger.
Even tonight, Archie Gray
They had
awful.
Doku running at Gray.
Oh,
Yeah, fine. That's one game though, Gray.
Yeah,
How many games has Gray let us down in? How many games has he let us down in?
yeah, but I still, if you really have to throw him in somewhere, I'd rather him throw him into midfield somewhere. Than
I
have
would
him
play him against Charlton in the week.
Me personally, today, I would have rathered Archie Gray playing next to Tonali.
Yeah, that would have done me
That's
as
what
well.
I'm saying, midfield. I'd rather
we've
him be
got
in
no-
midfield and don't play him at right back. You can't
But
play right back.
who's going to play right back tonight? Who will have played right back?
Well, you'd have to
Well,
bring
that's what I'm saying. We should have got somebody in for Spence.
That's what I
Can
mean.
Danso play right back?
No.
Yeah, do you know what?
No, he can't turn. Danzo can't
No,
turn.
not that.
He's not going to get you out of the pitch and all that.
I'll-
He's clunky on the ball and like, and that's why there's a reason he's fourth choice centre back, isn't
So
there, right?
you've got at least. I know Robbo's not a natural right back; he's natural left, but at least he's got the awareness. Do you know what I mean? And
I don't think you could have played Robbo right. I don't think he's ever played right back in his life, even for Liverpool.
I still think he's a better option than Archie Gray at right back. I just thought,
Yeah, and that, amen. Because Archie Gray, bless him, he got fed to the wall
I feel
tonight.
sorry for him because it's his first game under the De Zerbi.
As captain. Shocking.
Out the tunnel, and then he gets rinsed. He gets absolutely
Shocking.
rinsed for 5 minutes and gets binned off at half time.
Yeah. But I've said it for so long. He's been so misused under so many managers. I feel sorry for him.
Robertson's not going to put any crosses in if he plays on the right.
No, he can't do that. He can't. That's right, Adrian.
But I ain't being funny.
He'll offer
Robertson's
nothing.
crosses
He'll offer Robertson-
there weren't much cop tonight, Robertson. I think
Robertson
he
will
didn't have
offer
a great
nothing.
game
Robertson will
tonight.
offer nothing at right back.
All in a
Robertson
great
can't do
game
nothing.
tonight.
No, he can't put the ball in. Robertson at right back.
But Robertson, he didn't have a good game tonight. Left back
Well,
either.
Who did?
No, from back to front it was shit. Excuse my language. From back to front I was fuming.
It's worse than that. It was
Absolutely
diarrhea.
fuming tonight again. With the whole performance, it was shocking.
We got the lineup wrong.
Well, what can he do? Yeah, he did. He got the captain wrong, the lineup wrong.
Fernandes and say Bentancur because the midfield was like only Tonali and that was it.
That's where they got all three goals from. All three goals came from the midfield. They went through us like a knife and butter.
You always know Bergwall's going to give the ball away and they can get a goal out of it.
Bergwall, he's not ready. He needs to go. Sell him. Going back to your point, who you're selling key, Bergwall would be top of my list to sell. If you could get 35, 40 million, that's an absolute steal for me.
We've been offered more than that. Newcastle.
Yeah, it would be, but even 35, 40 million for Bergwall. I mean, how much did we pay for him?
10?
Nick?
Was it 10?
8.5.
Yeah. So you're telling me
5 mil for him off Geo Gardens, right?
you take 35, 40 million for him. What was it? Forrester sniffing
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Newcastle. They need all the help they can get. But I guaranteed,
Well, let's see what happens next week when they play us.
if we don't shape up and sort our shit out, they'll do us next week on Saturday, 5:30. I'll tell you something. We got to be careful.
Conte's ketchup. We're not selling Solanke. He's homegrown. We bashed this. We've got an issue with foreign homegrown. None of them.
Oh no, we're not. Yeah,
Unless you get another homegrown in.
Charlotte.
we're selling Solanke.
Because like that means we've got to sell another one, and the only 4 we can really sell are Saab, Bentancur, and you've got Bergvall, and you've got Richie.
Unless we get another homegrown in.
I wouldn't sell Bentancur.
No,
He can be a very tidy footballer under pressure. I wouldn't sell him. I'd sell Saar, Bergvall ahead of Bentancur all day long.
I'd sell all 4 of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Bentancur's a bit. Do you remember Nico Cranchar?
Oh, he was a good player. He was a very good player.
Yeah. Now Bentancur, he reminds me a little bit of Nico Cranchar. You know, with like he had the old the sleeves over the hands, and he was like a bit nonchalant. Bentancur is very much the kind of today of Nico Cranshaw. He's
Cranshaw's a
tidy,
better player. Cranshaw's a better player, but I can remember.
yeah, but I think they're similar.
Yeah.
They can take the ball on the half turn off the centre half and run with it a little bit. Bentancur's a tidy player. You don't want to get on. So would you rather get rid of Sarr or Bentancur?
Or Sarr.
Well, there we go.
Well, Sarr's going to go anyway, Lee.
Sarr's going. He's been told he can go. He's on the
Yeah,
team.
gone,
Bentancur.
gone.
I think Harry Redknapp described Cranshaw as a precious footballer. I think the same with Bentancur. I love Bentancur.
He'd be better in this squad now than the last
Yeah.
squad. Because alongside Paulinho, he had good games, helped keep us up.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, Paulinho, bless him. Yeah, he's gone now, isn't he? So
Yeah. The problem is that Paulina is good at breaking up play,
yeah,
not the passer, and he hasn't got the legs to get left and right and cover your winger and fullbacks. Right?
yeah,
And Bentancur, when he's good in games, the team played well and usually won.
Yeah.
But there were times where Bentancur struggled against the press. Not as bad
Yes.
as Højbjerg
Yeah.
was, not as bad as
Yeah.
Højbjerg, but he struggled against the press. But
it's the legs. Yeah,
if you kept him, he would do better alongside Fernandes or Tonali.
Yeah.
If you kept him. But
Yeah.
like to me, I just it's not that
Do you know who was good at covering those positions?
I just
Covering
think
those positions, he weren't like he wouldn't catch your eye, but Musa Sissoko,
Oh,
someone like that could drop into right back if your right back went up the pitch.
we want
This is
that.
where Porro.
Yeah, but
If
we want Bentancur plus, we want Musa Sissoko plus, we want Højbjerg plus. We don't.
Yeah, I know. I know.
They're good when they're good, but they're not consistent enough.
Yeah, fair play. It's what De Zerbi wants.
He struggled against the press, but when he did beat the press on days, he was good.
Yeah,
Right? But not consistently enough over X amount of games.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Got us 5 goals, great goals. Can get out for set pieces and score goals. To the fan base, he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's good.
Yeah,
Wins the most tackles at Fulham. Wins the most tackles. That's it.
yeah.
I think we'll be fine this season. We'll be fine.
We will.
Once we get these forward lines sorted out, we'll be fine. Get a few players back, we'll be fine.
What
I'm
after
just reading
today's performance?
I'm just reading something now on X.
Oh, not bad news, is it?
No, it's good news.
Oh, please give us this bomber, Dave.
No, it's not a bomb or anything. It's regarding what we've just been speaking about, Pat Matsar. Galatasaray have submitted an official offer to Spurs in the last hours
25 million euros.
with a loan bid on the table. Galatasaray have offered a €3 million loan fee plus a €17 million purchase option, while Tottenham want a permanent deal to be €25 million or an obligation to buy.
That deal will get done.
Not close yet, but the ball is rolling with that one.
He'll be gone. Star will go.
I think it's close because
a $5 million a year contract. He's accepted their contract.
Star will go. You won't see Star playing for Spurs again.
the gap is not that wide. That's why
right.
Done. We wanted
That'll be
25
done.
million euros.
Guys,
They offered 18, right? Now they might have come up alone. €7 million difference. That's nothing.
It'll get done.
That will get done.
guys, would you do a swap deal? I know you can't do swap deals nowadays, but I'm just
You're
going to say
breaking
it to put it out there.
the rules to do swap deals.
No, just hear me out. Yeah, would you take Watkins and let Solanke go or Richarlison go the other way?
Absolutely.
Richarlison, yes. Richarlison, yes.
Absolutely.
Villa are not going to come.
I'd do that with Solanke as well.
Yeah.
No, we've got to get this out of our system now.
He's a homegrown. Watkins is homegrown.
Yeah, no, but we can't sell
Swap him 1 for 1.
players. So you've got to. Richie will have to be the sacrificial lamb in this transfer. If that was true, we are struggling with homegrown players.
He's available. Apparently, he's available, but they want more money. They've offered 45 million.
Double figures every season, all 5 seasons. I mean, he scored more than 10 goals. I think the most he scored was 13.
Watkins, he bag like 18, 19 GA last season, and he was in and out of that team. He was in and out of that team, wasn't he?
Yeah, probably.
But
I don't think.
I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
He's homegrown and all. He's homegrown.
I think Unai Emery. It's not the fact that we see him as a good. I mean, like, look, this is another thing with players for foreign teams. I'm very Spurs centric. I'll watch lots of videos if it's Sorry Games Gravitas, and then I'll pump them out to you guys and everything else like that, and I'll watch them all. But when it comes to Premier League players, and some of the fans go, "Oh, he's great, he's great," I'm thinking, like, how many games have you watched him play? Probably twice when we play them home and away, and maybe if we draw him in one of the domestic cups. So you could watch him 4 times. And we always rave about other players at other clubs that are better than ours, right? But fine if you can back it up and substantiate that claims, you know what I mean? But and with Watkins and Unai Emery, who seem to have played a bit what I've seen, Villa weren't playing with the wingers they brought in. Remember they brought in Bailey and whatever.
Liam Bailey, yeah.
They weren't playing with the wingers and that. And so then he's going with a more dynamic sort of, you know, like Brentford do, very dynamic team, full of energy.
And Jacob Ramsey as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and like I don't think he fancies Watkins now because your striker's got to contribute to the team's play over 90 minutes, not just wait for a through ball that you can run onto and smash in the net or miss. He misses quite a few chances, the little I've seen of him. But yeah, I don't think Unai Emery fancies him, and he's a good manager.
But if you lose Morgan Rogers as your number 10, that's massive.
That's why I thought they would come in for Bergvall. And that's why I thought Pedro Neto would leave Chelsea, because Morgan Rogers will play on the left. So if Neto leaves, I'll take Neto.
I'll take Neto.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't take Neto.
Now you're missing on the left, right? And you've got Forest were in for Bergvall as well, as were Newcastle and Villa. So believe it or not, with Bergvall, I think you could get 55 mil or 5 million.
Well, you take it all day long. You take
I think you go at 60. I mean,
Newcastle desperate. Who said they'll take Neto? Was that you?
Yeah,
so I'd have Neto. They want about 100 million. They want about 100 million for him, don't they?
No,
ridiculous.
Neto, is the equivalent to Martinelli. There's no output with Neto.
Yes, there is. Go and look at his stats.
He is. He's better than
last season. Go and look at his stats.
Right, maybe because I've got the blinkers on.
I'd rather have Neto than Martinelli.
Yeah.
I've probably got my Tottenham rose tinted glasses on. I fucking hate Chelsea. I hate them more than Arsenal. That's why I hate them. I can't stand Chelsea. I hate them. But Neto, I don't know. I just don't think he's. I don't know. He's got the output.
Ain't happening.
I don't like him anyway. I don't like him. I don't like Neto.
That's fair enough. It's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all subject to opinions, right?
I'd rather Gakpo down the left than Neto.
Neto would play down the right, wouldn't he?
I don't know. He's probably a bit versatile, wouldn't he, Neto? I don't know.
I do like Neto. He has got that something about him, but again, he's another one. He's not been consistent with Chelsea, is he? He's been dribs and drabs. He's classy performances, but you got to look at it. The way you got to look at it is this: who would you rather have in your squad, in your match day squad, Tell or Neto?
Ollie Watkins.
Neto got 5 goals and 6 assists in 34 games. That's a GA of 1 in 3. For a winger, that's excellent because 1 in 4 is decent. But Wolves, he had that hamstring injury, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I prefer Neto. I prefer Neto than Tell.
If we didn't get Gakpo, I'd take Neto.
Oh, gotcha.
I prefer Neto than Tell.
How old is Neto?
Oh, I don't know. The late 20s, maybe 26, 27.
Yeah.
What's Tell? 21?
Yeah, 21 now.
I don't know.
And there was interesting Tell as well. I mean, like Bournemouth wanted Tell, and there was interest from abroad. I think
Tell's got a ceiling. Tell has got a big ceiling, but
Yeah, but I
The
don't
two
want to wait.
can provide
So
him
paintbrush
the
the
tools
paint,
to
isn't
hit
it?
the
Waiting
ceiling.
for Joe on Bergvall no more. We've been waiting since Poch went, right, after 5.5 seasons, and he wasn't backed in 580 days in a transfer window.
Oh
Since
no,
he went, right? We've had.
no. I'll always be bitter about that as well. Always.
I mean,
So will
Conte and Mourinho, world class and all, but they weren't Spurs DNA managers. They're not Tadaris to do.
No,
They're
of
not
course not.
Derby. They're not Poch. They're not Redknapp. They're not Yole. You know,
No.
they're not Birkinshaw. They're not.
Oh, Martin Yole, love him.
Right? I mean, like.
Christian Groves.
No, leave me alone.
Ticket. I got the ticket.
Yeah.
One
Right,
round.
let's move on to the second part of this segment. Incomings. Who do you think will be? Do you think we'll get Marmoush? I think even if someone does go down in tomorrow's game,
Oh, please. I reckon the
No, he's gone, yeah.
Marmoush is a Spurs player either way because it's part of the deal, isn't it, with Savinho?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's all agreed. It's all agreed. I mean, because they no, this is why they negotiated for the two players at once. When fans were going on, oh, why are we standing for Savinho and all that? Like, we should walk away, hang about. And I was thinking, well, I was taking I understand the angst from the fans, right? It's taken a long time. Right, I get that. So I ain't knocking them for that or even for having their opinion because, you know, but my angle was, well, hang about. Why are we still in for him if we're not going to get a deal done?
Yeah,
There
exactly.
has to be a reason why we're in there, but we don't know because it's not, and we shouldn't know about transfers. We shouldn't be given the full details because it would affect the deal, cost of deals, whatever, you know. So now we know it's because they were trying to strike two deals for the club for the same player, and it looks like these both. But well, Savino's done. I think Marmoush will be done by Monday. Worst ways Tuesday, but in time for Charlton Wednesday. I think it'll be done. I think it's virtually done anyway.
Yeah, I think it is as well. I think it is.
Yeah.
And even if City do get an injury or whatever, they might hold on to him for another couple of days just so they get someone else in.
I haven't think Savino's signed. They're waiting to do it. Now, they might delay it after this shit result today, right? To Monday. I don't think, because now in windows, early in the windows, you know, all the directors of football, they don't work weekends, but they do now because you're so close to the end of the window. They do work over the weekends, right? So, yeah, and so we got one last weekend, and we've got 9 days left. September the 1st, the window shuts. I think 11 o'clock in the evening.
I think City are in so much trouble trying to cover these transfers up. Marmoush, where was he? Frankfurt. I want to say
They owe them some money, don't
and
they?
they've got a selling clause yet. So I think Marmoush would definitely Sevilla and Marmoush, they're Tottenham players in my eyes.
But you reckon we'll get Gakpo?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sold on him.
Sorry?
I'm not sold on him. How much?
But I'd rather have him than Richarlison.
His numbers are better than Marmoush and Savino. It's not hard to be better than Savino. His numbers.
I do like, but I've not studied Gakpo enough, you know, to watch Liverpool. And to be honest, I used to like watching Liverpool when they had Salah, Mane, and Firmino.
It's a different ball game, isn't it?
That's what I mean. That's
a forward
that's
line
when I like to see what Liverpool were about. Now, I don't know. But going off tonight's performance, it can only get better, right?
So we should do.
Fucking hope it does.
Yeah, and the other thing, once we got Marmoush in, then if Spurs want to divert, they can, because they can then like stop Liverpool trying to extort money out of us, because we'll already have Savino and Marmoush in. Both of them can play on the wing, right? So
yeah,
I think that, and then I think then we'd go for a Noosa or a shoulder up or something like that, or Sidamala or Azazula at Real Betis. I think there are lots of wingers out there.
But remember, we have got Mohamed Kudus.
And Decky.
When he comes back, Kudus will be like a new signing.
So hope he'd be back up and running quickly.
because he,
he was.
to me, Kudus, he's exciting. He will get the ball on the right. He will run. He'll run at the fullback, try and beat him. All right, his output ain't great with GAs and everything, but at least he'll get you off your seat. That's what Tottenham's about: is getting off your seat and finding, just excitement.
There was none of that today, was there? Getting off your seat with them three up front.
Well, that's what I mean. Like when I go on Saturday, I want to see some. I want to get off my seat. I don't want to sit and go, "Oh fuck me!" Like, we're sitting back, holding on. I want to see Tottenham as we should do going forwards.
Well, hopefully we'll get the strikers in by next week, Lee, to do it.
We won't. No, we won't. Everyone was saying
we will. We will have a couple of players. We'll have a couple of forward players in by next week.
But honestly, I don't think it's going to be in time for Saturday, Dad.
It will be.
I bet we go with the same front three.
No. I bet you we don't.
Solanke and Mikey Moore.
No, we can't. We've got to get a couple of players in by then.
Well, yeah, I hope so, because I will sell my ticket.
Well, like I said, Savino, well, it's up to you, but Savino, like I said, Adrian was saying, Savino should be in anyway by now. So we'll be definitely playing against Newcastle. Got to go with him, and hopefully we'll have Mamouche.
Look at his stats: 19 goals, 11 assists. That's 30 in 85. That's a 1 in 3 GA for Kudus. Excellent. 1 in 3 is excellent. I mean,
it's not bad for a winger.
Salah had sort of like 1 in 2.5 or something like that.
Not bad.
He's got excellent GA. This is a West Ham, right? That's excellent. 85, less than 1 in 3.
But Kudus, he'll get you off your seat. Like he'll start running at the fullback. It's like great. Run at him.
Yeah, he gets 2 or 3 plays to get past, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
they double up on him or treble up on him, don't they?
But Spurs have always been about wingers, Aaron Lennon, Gareth Bale, and just run at your bloody fullback. It's not hard. Just run at him
and get a ball in or score. Yeah,
Robertson can cross the ball, but I don't know.
It can only get better. The forward line will be better by next week. By the end of the window, we'll have better forwards.
Yeah, well,
we have to. They'll be in.
Yeah, but I also want Van der Ven and Pedro Porro back as well, because the defensive showing today was shit.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Some more familiar faces back in the team.
Yeah,
it will
do big time.
Itself out. Right, today I'm going to wrap up now, guys.
Because then we've got a Dutch mafia of 4 Dutch players at the club.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you all for jumping on.
Good show.
Get over to Rowley's channel, Bikey Id, puts out regular content, all night streams. Love that. Yeah. Get over to Adrian at Spurs Diehards.
We've got a show tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the evening. And Lee, if you want to come in a WhatsApp group, I need your phone number for your dad.
Did you hear that, Lee? I'm in Adrian's. I'm in the WhatsApp group with Adrian and quite a few others. You want to go in?
Podcasters are in there as well.
Do you want to go into the WhatsApp group, Lee?
Yeah.
You got to put the on the private thing. You put the phone number. Do you know what to do, Lee? By going to private chat and put your phone number into Adrian, so Adrian can add it in. You know what to do?
Yeah, I'll stick it in, Adrian. Thank you.
Do it before
do it before we go off the air, Lee. You know what to do? Go into private chat and put it in, and Adrian will add you in. I'm in it.
Yeah, let's do it now.
It's a mature and sensible group. They got a little bit tetchy.
I'm in it too.
Result, but will you get it?
Yeah.
I have to let the side down.
Yeah, because we need his expert advice on carp fishing.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Right. I'm going to wrap up there, boys. Thank you all for jumping
thanks, Dave. Good show, Dave. Very good show.
You'll have to give it to me, Simon, in the chat.
Sorry?
You'll have to give me Lee's phone number then if he doesn't put it in there.
All right, I'll sort it. If he doesn't do it by tonight, I'll put it up. Oh, where is he? Is he come back?
I'm back. I pressed the wrong button.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you guys watched that David Bentley? Have you seen him on his days out? Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, I've seen David. Yeah.
He's funny, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good. He's a Tottenham lad. He's a good lad.
He's a nutter. He's so funny, David Bentley.
Yeah, he is.
I've just been watching him. He's hilarious.
Did you see he's done the World Cup little tour?
Yeah, I saw that when you talked to the copper and that.
That's it.
Alfie Whiteman video.
Yeah,
He
just
was
quickly.
getting pressed in Mexico, wasn't he?
Yeah, just quick. Yeah, Dave. Sorry, man. I know you want to wrap up, Dave. Sorry, quickly. Yeah, Lee went to the Hoffenheim game. Lee went to the Hoffenheim game last week, and he met the rabbi.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
know Adrian? Do you know him, Adrian? Do you know the
Tottenham
rabbi?
rabbi.
I've not met him, but we at that game, friendly, cheap prices, 54,340 in the
Good.
Wow, that was good,
Good.
wasn't it?
That was
And
good.
all these kids and families, because it was cheap. You saw these like 6-year-olds fight. They all got Spurs kits on. It was brilliant. It was
It
brilliant.
was nice. Do you
Yeah,
know,
that's what you want now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
Right.
You got making memories and stuff like that.
I've been with it was mine and my wife's anniversary last Monday. We've been with each other 21 years.
Married.
No, we've been married 13.
You
but-
get less than manslaughter, you know that, don't you?
Tell me about it, mate. Yeah, twice. You know, we've been on like the skywalk and everything. We've done all like all the experience, but I've never taken my wife Louise to a game. And I said, you know what? Let's go and do like, you know, we do Hoffenheim. I've actually converted her. It's amazing.
Mm.
You loved it.
Top
Thank
boy.
you.
Top boy.
Thank you, boys, for all you jumping on. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Just do us all a big favour. Just hit the like on the way out. And if you're new, please subscribe. Do you know what I mean? So it will be much appreciated. I'll be going live tomorrow on Adrian's show, Spurs Diehards. And then my own
Dave.
show will be Tuesday.
Ant's going out. He's going to do an hour before my show starts. At
Just
9.
one thing, Dave. What we want to do is put all the chat, everyone's who's a YouTuber in the chat, yeah, and let everyone subscribe to it instead of going all through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good
Because
idea.
we're having to remember them. You know what I mean? You just write them down.
Oh yeah, so a
send
lot
it
to
to each
remember.
other,
Yeah.
and then we can just whack it in the chat. Just subscribe to all of those channels, please.
I need a mod. That's what I need.
I need a mod. I need a rocker. I need a mod and a rocker.
Drooler.
I want
where are
to.
you?
I want to see a fight. I want to see a fight.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways,
You'll find your podcast will get a lot busier now. Games that
Any of you guys going Saturday?
I am.
You going Saturday?
Yeah, I'm a season ticket holder. I go.
Good man. Where'd you sit?
I'm in the East Block, up at Block 530 in the Heights. But we meet on the South Stand, at Fan Zone, at the back of the South Stand.
You're going, Lee. Lee, you're going next week, aren't you, Lee?
Yeah, I'm sitting in 257.
Yeah,
What stand is that?
Block 257, South
What-
Lower.
what-
Yeah, right. And we meet after the game, where entrance 22 is when you come into entrance 2. There's
Yeah.
2 staircases.
Yeah.
After the games, we meet between them staircases with Dorset Spurs and other people.
No, Dorset Spurs, Lee. Lee from Dorset.
Dorset Spurs flag. I know. Yeah.
We meet all them guys. They usually bring up a couple of minibuses. Sometimes other games it's one minibus, but so we know that crowd. They all go in the Gilpin and LTs before the game anyway.
Good man. Yeah. Well, look, maybe I'll catch you for a drink.
I don't drink at games, funnily enough. I don't.
We'll get a zero.
Get a cure.
All right, then, boys.
Good man.
Right,
See
I'm
you
going to
later,
wrap
guys.
up. Right, guys. Thank you all for
I'm going
jumping
to go
on.
over to the Danilist. He's on at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's on. Yeah, he's on.
Give
So,
guys,
your phone number to your dad, then, Lee, as you haven't put it in the chat. Right?
Yeah, all right.
We'll
I'll get
do.
it over to, I'll sort it out. We'll get it over. Hey, Adrian, I'll get it over to you tonight.
Right, and I'll add you to the group. You're like
Yeah, that'd be great, Lee. Yeah,
Master
I'll sort it out
man,
after
yeah.
the show. I'll get it over
got
to you.
some riff-raff in there like Rolly and Dave, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
right.
the one and only troublemaker,
Yeah.
Dave.
Bye.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave. Go on then, Dave.
Thanks once again, Dave. Good show. Very good show.
Good show,
Dave.
man. Thank you so
very
much.
Okay.
I've got
Okay.
one more thing to say. Come on, you Spurs, and
Come
get
on,
some
you Spurs.
bloody signings.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you on that
Get
one,
some
Rowley.
forwards. Come on.
Yes, please. Yeah. All right. Take care, boys.
All the best, guys.
Bye. Bye.